Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey, it is another A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
We got guests here. Sam is here. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
I love your hair.
Thank you.
It looks really, really, really
Had to
good.
switch it up for 2024.
Yeah, man. I love that hair.
Go back to blonde.
I also saw this video. I don't know if you saw it, that Melissa put together about the 2024 Tom and Dan cruise, and it opens with Samantha. I didn't even recognize her. It's like, who the hell is that? My wife's like, that's Samantha. I don't remember Samantha having wine-colored hair. Do you?
I didn't even know
He
she
didn't notice
changed.
my hair this week.
Oh, yeah.
I had to
wouldn't
tell
say
him.
that. I wouldn't say that.
Because I was like, oh, I can't believe Ross cut his hair. And then he goes, I think I saw him. I didn't even realize. And I go, you probably didn't even realize my hair. And he's like, I did not.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say that after the whole wedding thing, you know. I mean, she flags these, right? She's got a folder on you at this point.
Although, if you don't notice someone's change, it's not an insult to them.
Yeah.
Although, that's how my wife takes it. And that's how everybody takes it. But how is that an insult? I just didn't.
Sounds like it's an insult.
No,
If
but
everybody takes it as an insult.
Like,
it's
wow,
an
it must
insult.
not look good. He didn't say anything.
No,
I
but
did it.
what if the person never notices anything, which is me? So it's not like I notice some people and give them
You
compliments.
notice things.
I notice
You
nothing.
can't use that as a crutch.
He
Can I
doesn't
point it
notice
out?
anything.
Can I point it out? We used
Hold
to-
on, you're gay.
Hold on a
I
second,
just
you
thought-
are?
just noticed
Oh
it.
my
Yeah.
God!
He
Let's
said
gave
that
it
last
away.
time we were peeing
I
together.
didn't know that. Let me suck your dick, man. Isn't that the way it works?
Yeah.
No, did you notice yesterday, real quick, because we're talking about this is real,
Yeah.
when Dom from the Supervillains was in here, West End Trading Company, he books all the shows. When Dom was on the couch, did you notice me? I did it. I did something that was weird.
What?
That I do with everybody that you think is weird. And I looked at him, I go, oh, man, your hair looks nice today.
That's
Did
not
you,
weird.
Did you guys notice that?
Oh, I noticed.
Yeah.
I was making fun of it in the
Oh.
chat. I said, we got to talk about Dom's flat top.
Did it not look nice?
It was just different. I've never seen his hair that way.
Flat top like Fresh Prince flat top?
Yeah.
All right.
There is an art and like an actual like good.
clowning his hair. I'm like,
I was
"Oh,
waiting
that's
because
really nice,
he normally does look at the chat, so I was waiting for him to say something.
Oh, yeah, he gets hurt.
There is
He got me back last night. Don't worry about it.
like a business psychology, and there's like some psychology in like putting out compliments to people, and
I love
like
giving people compliments because I want compliments.
yeah, like it,
Oh, you're doing it because you want it bad.
No, I'm not fishing. I don't do it and expect one back.
Oh, I do.
absolutely not. But I gave my wife one. Dude, I'm so good at it. I gave my wife one at breakfast this morning because I think she's almost off her cycle and I'm ready to pump.
All
come on.
right.
Yeah, and I got it like so. I was like,
She's a woman. She knows
Mandy,
what
are
a
you
cycle is.
okay here?
Yeah,
Is this
yeah,
too
you're
much?
good, right?
Is this too much?
She's
You all right?
stoned, bro.
You're right. Yeah, she's high as hell right now. You're alone, you're fucking up her butt.
right.
I looked at Andrea, I was like, you look really, I go, you look, like your skin looks really good this morning. You know, like I just threw out something like
Oh,
that.
that's nice.
I got to
Oh,
insist.
he's laying down the ground.
Yeah, you gotta put the-
Your
You
skin
gotta
looks
put the
real
work
good.
in.
I want to be on it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta put the work in if you want to pump.
All right, before we get to our guests, let's talk about Science on Tap.
Yes.
It's the Orlando Science Center Beer Fest coming up next Saturday,
Yep.
January 20th.
And we're gonna be out there, and I'm excited about it because it's like what I like to call a fancy beer fest.
Yeah, oh, it's super nice. And
We
if you,
put on a non-fancy beer fest. It's
Yeah.
great. Don't get me wrong. It's my favorite.
It's fancy.
Ours is
Yeah,
but this
it's
one's
nice,
fancy.
yeah.
Like this
These
is
guys are giving away a Land Rover experience. We don't have that at the old Bad at Business.
yeah, you can win a
Best you get is free beer.
We can give away the Slam Hog experience, though. I mean, that's
We can do that.
We got that.
But only if you got nice skin.
You can win an all-expense-paid trip to Vermont, courtesy Land Rover, and a
my
bunch of
God.
other prizes.
But are you flying with the migrants that are being shipped there, or is it your own ticket? I don't know.
If you use promo code Tom and Dan 50, that will give you $10 off your ticket.
Can you imagine waking up in Vermont and you're like, where am I?
They're not going to understand me here.
This is weird.
I think that applies to Americans as well.
Yeah.
If you were
What?
just
What is
randomly
vineyard
shipped-
vines?
But it's where Ben and Jerry's is from.
Is it Vermont?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go
Vermont's
to Vermont.
finest.
It looks beautiful in Vermont.
You
It
should go
does.
there.
Maybe. Wait, are we eligible to win this?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
I mean,
I gotta talk to
rules.
Jeff.
they're going to tell us no.
I mean,
try
I don't
to
even
win
work
it.
for the Science Center, so it's fine, right?
So also we have the Orlando Solar Bears whiteout game coming up on the 27th, and there's a pre-tailgate party we're doing at Mo DeWitt's parking lot.
Yes.
The bus decker's putting on. He's got beer. He's cooking hot dogs.
I guarantee he's doing nothing but standing there.
Oh,
He said he's cooking hot dogs.
shade.
Shots
Is he cooking hot
He
dogs?
said-
That's what he told me.
He claims he's
Maybe
cooking the dogs.
John who does bungalow in the bus with me. He's the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John
Uh-huh.
is supposed to be cooking up his own
He's
bus
cooking.
doggers.
He said he's cooking some glizzies.
Yeah, he said that he was going to grill them himself, which to me is a little embarrassing because, we can cater. We're not, we're adults. I'm almost a 50-year-old man. I work very hard.
Mo's like, get to work, grill those hot dogs.
He gets paid a lot of money.
I know. So if you want to go to that Solar Bears game and sit in the Tom and Dan section, go to tomanddan.com, click on the Solar Bears link, and that's how you get your tickets in the Tom and Dan section, section 118.
And thanks to Mo for always being fun. I feel like without Mo, this show would have no fun. In a lot of ways.
Yeah.
No, I mean events. Our show is fun. Don't get me wrong, but he's always down for what do you guys want to do? You want to do something crazy? Let's do it.
Let's do a tailgate.
Yeah, he's cool, man. I love me some Mo.
We'd also be out of business
Yeah,
in a couple
that's-
months. And that's how it was. We
That was my way of
scrambled
saying
around.
that was my way of saying that.
Yeah. I would have to start hitting the pavement, door-to-door salesman
that'd be
style.
bad. And that's embarrassing, too. That's more
yeah.
embarrassing than Bus Sticker grilling hot
I
dogs.
had to put on my purple suit and
Maybe
get to
ease
work.
into the purple. Maybe on the streets you wear the brown suit you have, and the purple one's just for events.
I honestly think if I spent all day long just going to business, I couldn't sell one advertiser.
I don't know if I feel good about you being the head of the business department then.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's like the guy saying, I play poker professionally. I'm pretty sure if I sat at this card game, I would lose every hand.
I
Can
can
Kim
only
Kardashian go to a poker thing and wear reflective glasses? And then
Yeah.
everyone could see her hand?
Yeah.
She was holding.
yeah. I can only make a sale if someone calls me and says they want to advertise.
I like that. Make
and,
it
then,
good. Yeah.
and then have an 80%
Yeah, I only
success
catch
rate.
fish when the fish jumps on my hook.
So we have some guests
Oh, we got
today.
cases of claws showing up at the old tailgate party.
Oh, really?
Tracy wanted us to
got
let
the
us
claw.
know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
We got some White Claw.
Thank you, White Claw. Thank you, Mo DeWitt.
We'll all get shit faced right before the game.
Before the game, yeah.
And
And we're
then-
all going to be wearing white?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, nothing looks better on white than a Bahama Mama puke.
It's old Eat My Wife's You Know What going to be there? Because
Oh,
he's
yeah.
going to have some puke on his white.
I'm glad you cleaned it up.
I like how you said it
Yeah,
like
the lady
Elvis
was
would.
here.
Yeah.
That's how Elvis was. Bahama Mama.
You know what?
Are you going back to Elvis?
Oh.
Someone did troll me on our social because, Melissa does such a good job with our videos that they're getting out there beyond our listeners. And someone made a comment on our TikTok video, and they're like, "Who's this?" Like the guy in the bottom, where he's talking about me.
It was a shot. It
It's-
said you're an Elvis impersonator of an Elvis impersonator.
Oh, man.
And then I'm like, "Fuck you!" Like I'm mad.
Wait, I thought you liked being bullied.
Wait,
that's
only
what I
by
did.
our listeners, not by
Did we
strangers.
switch roles? Because I looked at it and laughed, and that's what you normally do.
No, but I like when the listeners bully me.
Yeah.
But if it's a stranger on the internet, oh, fuck you.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
You see the BDM's photoshopping me in wheelchairs on the
But
BDM
accurate.
page.
But accurate.
So
At least not fat Elvis.
Well,
sure.
a few years ago.
I actually liked the way that Fat Elvis presented better
Oh, really?
than Skinny Elvis.
I
Yeah.
liked Elvis on the cusp, like Black Elvis, or not Black Elvis,
Yeah,
Elvis
there
in a
is-
black leather suit.
That was
one?
was that the '68 comeback special? I believe.
I don't do math.
No,
but
that's
yeah,
no,
he
no,
was
no,
on the
no. That's what
cusp
it's
of
called.
being-
No, that's what it's called. It's
Oh, okay.
called the. I think it's the '68.
Yeah.
It's called the '68 or '60. Like it was in the '60s. Elvis had fallen off.
Uh-huh.
And he was already kind of on the decline.
Yeah.
And at this time he like got it together and he got that black leather suit. And
Sexy.
And he sang In the Round. It was like one of the first time, and he surrounded himself with women, and he had that black suit on. It may not be '68, but I think it was the '68 comeback
Yeah.
special, and he did it, and that literally relaunched him. That was his comeback.
That's my favorite Elvis.
yeah, and it was
I would agree with you. I think so too. That's like midway. That's the way he should have looked.
Leather
he
daddy,
he wasn't
fluffy
skinny.
Elvis.
He wasn't too skinny, but he was like, yeah.
and like
Mandy, you had no idea what you were getting into.
Yeah, we
let's talk
freaking
You
about
didn't
it.
warn her, Brendan?
I kind
So-
of did. I
so-
gave her a little
Okay.
context.
Yeah, are we freaking you out a little bit?
No, I just should have smoked more weed.
Okay.
All right, well, let's talk about it.
I'm smoking right now.
Of course, Brendan O'Connor's here, and Brendan brought a guest today, and Brendan's going to be working with Mandy on a project that I want to hear about. But Mandy Harlan's here, and she is a marijuana influencer.
I love that.
Which I have a lot
I
of
want to
questions
know how to
about.
become one. That's my first question.
Yeah.
How you doing, Mandy?
I'm hanging in. I'm good. I'm good. I'm happy.
You
to
got
be here.
this.
I got it.
I like that you
I
had to
can
say,
hang.
I'm
Yeah.
happy to be here.
I don't believe her that her eyes say different. Her eyes are like, get me out of here.
By the way,
What is all this pumping about?
so Mandy got here first before Brendan,
Yeah.
and then we introduced ourselves, and we're like, hey, please take a seat in our lobby.
It's a good thing we have
Help
the
yourself.
studio, because I think that's the only thing that kept her. The show would have chased her away, but the
Well-
blacks kept her here.
And Mandy's sitting in our lobby, and we're like, help yourself to any drinks you want in the fridge. Or
We have,
whatever.
That's nice.
Yeah,
We're
we have
gonna-
a cookie bar that I think they refilled it. Did they refill the cookie bar?
No, we're
Ah,
out. We're out.
Well, I was like,
Plebeians.
We do have old hot sauce.
Hey,
though.
Panty Boy, can you refill the cookie bar, please?
Yeah.
we're like, we'll bring you in as soon as Brendan gets here, and then we're starting to play, because Daniel plays not only videos but songs before the show starts.
Yeah, because I'm an old school radio guy, and I'll be
But,
doing that till I die.
You know, goof songs.
And then all of a sudden, the Big Old Dick song
Yeah,
comes
a
on.
classic. That's a classic.
And then it's just black, and we're all sitting here in silence. And then through the corner of my eye, Mandy's just sitting there on the couch listening to this song
Oh,
blast.
Mandy.
And then I'm like, what is she thinking? Because, like,
No, I told you
what
what I
kind
was
of
thinking.
show?
I said if I were sitting on that couch and I heard the Big Old Dick song, I would just walk out of the studio.
They're gonna embarrass
Mandy can handle it.
Taking it all in.
Mandy can throw down.
But I'm like, I'm a grown middle-aged man. This is my business.
I think the 50 thing is like haunting me. I was gonna say daunting, but it is daunting to be 47.
Haunting
but,
and daunting.
but I'm
that's,
looking at.
that's beyond middle age.
No, I know.
You'll never make it to
I know,
100.
but
Damn.
I'm just saying, right? No one makes it to 100.
I'm holding out for nanobots. I need nanobots.
We got to get those
Put them in my body.
beer drinking cow beef,
I
right?
know,
From
I know.
Zuck.
So
What?
back to Mandy. Sorry, Mandy.
we're all over the place.
So
That's a
first,
t-shirt.
let's talk about the project you and Brendan are going to do. So Brendan, what is the project?
It's called Yoga High.
Okay, Yoga High.
High.
Yeah, which is exactly what it sounds
That's
like.
right. Yeah.
Right? We're gonna. It wasn't even my idea. I stole it from Mandy's other half, from Sarah.
So you get high and do yoga?
Yeah, Sarah. I forget Sarah's last name is escaping me right now.
Burnett.
Oh my God! Don't tell her. Is she listening right now?
No, she's teaching yoga.
Oh, thank
appropriately.
God.
There you go. I can cut that out if you need to look better. I can cut that out.
Thank you.
Okay.
Cracker Jack, one of the best yoga instructors in such Florida. She's amazing. People who are in the yoga scene love her and appreciate her. We were all hanging out. I think we were smoking weed too at the time we were talking
Probably.
about it.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, I've had this idea where people do, you smoke and then you practice yoga and it helps center you. You're if you have a small attention span, I think you or me are kind of the same in that response. Tom.
Yes. Yeah.
I start thinking about I should be doing taxes or something, right? Like when I'm doing yoga, I'm like, what else should I be doing other than looking after myself?
Standing still is very hard.
Yeah,
hard.
but
Is
pot
very-
helps. at least, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's the only reason I stand still.
Well, let's.
So Sarah had that idea, and I was like, "Well, why aren't we doing it?" And I was like, "I know a space." And so I called up the folks at Team Market Group who own the Acre. They just purchased the Acre in College Park, which is like a non-traditional wedding venue, and they're actually about to open it up to the public today.
Oh,
Like,
really?
It's gonna be like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, open to the public. You can just go and drink beers and hang out there. Which is crazy. And so we're gonna be some of their first programming there. We're gonna start doing a regular series there. Mandy comes in because she knows all the weed dispensary people.
Yeah. It's weird hearing myself be called an influencer.
That was me. I labeled
That's
you.
what he told me.
I labeled you.
Marijuana
Now I
influencer.
get it.
But that's how we started. When we started
Totally.
hanging out, that's what you were doing.
I educate, I advocate, and
You have a
social media
group
was the easiest way to get it out there. So I did what I had to do.
You have a thing in the villages where you work with.
I teach senior citizens all about cannabis. We have a medical marijuana club.
My father-in-law
in
is
the
going to hate
villages.
you. He lives out there. He hates the dope.
Yeah, do you get a lot of pushback, or are they pretty open-minded about it?
They're pretty open. You get some pushback, but they're pretty open and excited that they can be open about it and expose
Sure.
to the public.
My mom gave me some pushback at first, but it was funny how, as time went on, how she was a little bit more open to it. Like seemed to be like more okay
Part
with
of it is, you've talked about this before, there's a stigma, especially with elders, because they grew up at a time where it's bad. Like you do drugs, you do dope, you're
It was
basically gutter trash.
Society marketed it to you
You're a
as
scumbag,
on the same level as a heroin or cocaine or any other drug.
You guys are nailing it because, like in my house, and we've talked about this with your pop. Because your pop, old Florida, my dad, old Florida, but from Virginia. But my dad, I'm kind of glad, this sounds really weird, but I'm kind of glad my dad didn't live to see what it is now, and me like tooting it all the time. But like seriously, because he had a very... my dad's the funniest guy in the world, and he would make some of the funniest jokes on this show that I've carried on, but he did not like. He thought it was bad, and he had, I think, a burned-in opinion that was an unchangeable opinion. A burned-in, unchangeable opinion of people that smoked weed.
And you're
I think he thought you were lazy if you did that, which is weird because I'm cut from him, and there's no way we can be lazy. It's just an impossibility.
So, Mandy, let's talk about your journey, because I went to your website and I kind of read about how you got into marijuana to begin with. So let's tell the audience.
Yeah, I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, which is an autoimmune gut inflammation. I was 24, and I couldn't drink alcohol, and that was the game changer for me.
Yeah.
I was like, what do? I have to go be social. I can't just go sober. So I finally turned to cannabis. I hated it though. I thought it was the devil's lettuce. I didn't touch it. I grew up in the Reagan era, so war against drugs. I was terrified of it. If you smoked it, I didn't want to be near you. But then I started producing events. I started to get more into the hospitality industry. So it was around a lot more. So I became way more comfortable with it. So then when I was diagnosed, it was offered to me, and I said, okay, yeah, this is a nice substitute for drinking. And then I noticed it started to do things. And I'm like, hold on, I'm hungry. I actually feel better. I think it's causing some good things in here more than just lack of social anxiety.
Right.
So then I learned all about it. And then I wanted to teach everyone what I learned, because I thought if people just knew the science of it, then it would just be accepted and there'd be no question anymore about it. So that's why I started educating and advocating.
I feel you on the Crohn's. I do not have Crohn's, but I do have, and my mother had IBS. And there are specific strands that you can get, and different, and it really, really is a game changer.
Oh, makes your doo-doo solid?
No, I mean, it can. For me, it's pain, though. And just
cramps.
regularity,
Yeah.
like it just, it works.
Yeah.
So speaking of marijuana mixed with yoga and it making yoga better, it makes everything better.
Correct.
And this is when I learned. I remember the day I learned. There was a BDM helping me with a project, like often happens, and it was it was a BDMJ.
He uses his influence.
There's a lot of BDMJs.
He likes to use his influence to take advantage of unfortunate IQ'd people.
And he was over doing a concrete project, and with his real man, I called him Stone Hands, concrete. I think it was like a partner at the time.
Yeah.
And then he was an old real man with Stone Hands, and he was looking at the project. He's like, "All right, we'll get started. I need 5 minutes to get my head right." Then he went to his truck and smoked a joint, smoked it in one hit, where it's like,
And then the fuse. That's called a fuse.
And then immediately got to work, and then started doing hard ass manual labor.
Hold on, is that where you stole the get to work?
Yeah.
Is this where this came from?
A lot of manual laborers do that.
Yes!
Yeah, my dad's an archaeologist, right? When I would go on digs with all these people, it's mindless, right? The work. So sometimes it helps you shut down all of this, all the noise, and you can just focus
Construction
on doing
workers,
the digs.
they're out there getting high.
Yeah, if you're doing hard work, why not do it under the influence of marijuana? It makes you feel better.
Yeah.
That's the day because I never dawned on me like that, because I always
Get your head right.
associated marijuana with chilling out, not doing hard ass concrete work. I was like, but then I was like, well, if it's gonna be hard and labor intensive, you might as well be high. Then that's when I realized I'm gonna do everything high, including.
There's a whole movement of like getting high and then going to the gym.
You going to the gym?
Yeah.
When I got COVID, I got high, and I was like, this makes it better.
I mean, this
whatever it is, it makes
way,
everything better.
It's the only way I ride the Peloton. I don't do it in the morning if I do it, but if I ride in the afternoons, the Peloton, I smoke so much. I get myself to a point where I'm like mega high, and then I go up there,
runners,
and then I just put on music I like and roll my bike. It's awesome.
Runners high. So that's what I was just going to say. So THC actually directly mimics anandamide. Anandamide is an endocannabinoid. We make it ourselves in our body. And THC, which is a phytocannabinoid, meaning it comes from the plant, goes into our body and does the exact same thing as anandamide does. So when you get high,
we've been saying it wrong for 20 years.
You're mimicking a runner's
cannabinoid.
Cannabinoid. There's a million ways to say it. None of it's wrong. Yeah.
I have heard that, like long distance runners, marathon runners, they'll take a little bit of THC, and it helps them get.
I love it.
Faster.
It makes me get to a place where, like, for instance, on a longer ride, like on a 90-minute ride or something, where I'm gonna nail. Let's say I'm gonna try and do like 50 miles or something. Like when you get to that point where you're like almost like you don't want to do it anymore, it allows you to kind of just compartmentalize that. I can take the pain of my muscles and shove it into a tube and shoot it to the moon, and I'm just still pedaling. But
or just the boredom of doing the same thing over and over and over.
And it makes music sound better. So if you are listening to music that you've heard the same Nirvana song 100 times, you're like, maybe I'll just dig into the bass line here. Let's see what old Chris is playing on the bass line. Seriously, it helps me not necessarily focus, but it helps me separate the anxieties I have.
So we're doing yoga. We're going to do it at the Acre.
That's a great idea.
The first one's on the 24th.
How does that work as far as, like, do people have to show you their card when they walk in?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
You need their medical card, and then as long as you're in a private space where they allow you to consume, which we've been given permission to consume, then we can.
I hope it starts
inhale
happening
and
more
exhale
often.
together.
You can smoke it there.
let's go.
I thought you were going to send an email like,
When is this
remember, get
happening?
high before you get
You
here.
have to smoke. You have to smoke your own medicine, though. Like
Correct.
Okay.
It has to be prescribed to you.
Yeah, and we're working.
No sharing blunts.
Now, and I guess we could announce that we're working.
so, yeah.
With Cookies.
Yeah.
The Cookies dispensary. They're going to be sponsoring the first quarter. So the next 3 months we're going to be working with just Cookies.
And you do like a quarterback.
Pre-order your medicine online, and it will be ready for you at the yoga class
What?
with your little name on the
that's
badge.
good.
Brendan O'Connor.
Yeah.
You are the man of the
Yeah.
future.
Well, Mandy hooked that one up.
That's it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow, nice
And then
job,
they're also
Mandy.
going to give you freebies to go back to their store because their store is a mile away from the Acre. So if you attend the event, they're going to give you some coupons to go check out more stuff.
So
I
Mandy,
might do this.
It's so fun. 24th, twice a month.
Okay.
let me ask you a question. Sometimes I'll take too much, and then when that happens,
What milligrams
Mandy
are
can
you dealing
help.
with here?
no, not even that much.
Thank you.
I lucked out because a lot of people aren't like this,
Yeah.
and it takes a lot of THC to get them high. But I'm lightweight, and I've always been a lightweight, even though I've been taking THC for 5 years now.
Sure.
Cheap date.
It just like a 10 milligram pill will get me just as high as it always did.
Yeah.
Like I don't, you know, like I don't step it up. I don't have to like take
Love
breaks or anything.
Just to be able to move my skeleton, I'm in so much pain. I'm on 475 milligrams as I sit. As I sit. No, I'm kidding.
I was like, I'm impressed.
No, I'm sober. I'm sober.
Everything's melting.
But here's what also will happen, Mandy. And
But
I'm
Mandy
sure
has a trick for you. There's things that you could do if you're feeling too high.
Okay, let's talk.
Okay,
This
Put that in your pocket.
This is how it happens too, because it also gives you short-term memory loss.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
What?
I'll take a 10 milligram and
Wait,
then
what are we talking
I'll
about?
be sitting in the kitchen and be like, you know what? I forgot to take my 10 milligram today.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then I'll go and I'll
Yeah.
take it, another one.
I've been doing that
right?
with my Xanax. I've been waking up in Walmart parking lots with my pants off.
and then as I'm swallowing it, I'm
And
like,
me walking away
I think I already took one. So and then
in a bear suit.
I'll eat something super fatty or greasy, which
Oh.
seems to be the time bomb.
No, that's the fuse lighting.
Yeah, and then it's almost
What's
like
the question here?
well,
He's getting to it. He's high.
He forgot.
It's just a long story.
I'll be
This isn't your first time here, Brennan. You know how this is how it goes.
yeah, I'm getting this is a long.
Okay, I'll shut up.
I
I'm
love
receiving.
I love that Brendan is protecting his friend from us, his other friends. He's like, hold on, I know how to navigate this. Hold on. This is a long story. I'll get you out of this.
So then I'll be in a bike ride with my family.
All right.
But that's the best place to be high.
And, that's what you would think. But then all of a sudden, I'll look
Hits you
around, and then I'll be like, I don't know where I am. like
And I have my family to protect.
like I have lost I've lost memory of my own neighborhood.
And would you eat a couple cubes of cheddar cheese and it lit the fuse
and you
blew
can't
your mind?
let Crystal know.
No, I'm hiding this
Well,
all.
I was going to tell you that,
She
Mandy.
knows.
Mandy,
No,
the
she
whole
doesn't.
point of this is like this is to hide his paranoia because you get
Yeah.
popped a lot,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
you?
Yeah, she's got Crow's disease.
Not
And
crows.
she knows
it's not
all.
crows. It's not
and weed
crows.
won't help it.
It's crows.
Anyway, and then internally I'll be able.
Crows like
It's very disrespectful to our guests, but I thought it was funny.
I'll be level 10 panic attack. This happening, and externally I'm just a guy riding a bike with his family.
It's way more complicated than that.
And then I'm like, just ride it out, ride the lightning, you know. And
I
sometimes
try
I'll
to
let
teach him that because I'm the opposite. I'm the guy who likes to get too high, and I'm like, this is where I like to
Oh, I
live.
lost
I like to
myself.
live
Yeah.
in the
On the line.
yeah, because I have so much anxiety that it makes sense that when I get
awful.
up there, I'm more normal because
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, the crazier it is, that's my normal.
So is there any antidote to that extreme high paranoia?
So there's a little controversy in regards to this. So people will tell you just take some CBD. So CBD actually sits on your receptors like a blanket. THC locks and binds like a key. So if you take CBD, the THC cannot lock and bind, so you don't get as euphoric. That's why there's ratioed products out there. So some people will tell you, oh, if you're too high, if you're taking too much THC, just take some CBD, it'll even it out. I disagree with that because THC is already locked and bound. So what is CBD going to go in there and do?
I've tried that. Makes me more high.
I was gonna say,
Right,
maybe,
right. So-
maybe it just won't make you higher, but it's not gonna bring you
No,
down.
it's not. No, there's also a rumor that you can chew pepper.
Yeah,
That's
these
what
are-
I've always heard.
These
Yeah.
are all coming up in the
Yeah,
chat room. I
yeah.
just try to
Pepper,
smoke myself
black
till my
pepper,
eyes
yeah.
shut.
But
I just keep tooting until my eyes shut. And I'm like, I did it.
I turned it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just throw as much in.
yeah, black pepper has caryophyllene, which is a terpene that is found in cannabis naturally. But people say if you chew it, it brings down the effect. Same thing though, if the THC is locked and bound, there's really not much that can interrupt that. So I think what chewing pepper does is it just distracts you. It takes your mind off of it. So I tell you to play a song. I tell you to riding on the bike and just staying as focused as you can and getting out of your head is really the best way for it to
Well,
to go
two
down.
problems. He can't focus and he can't get out of his head. And that's when he's not even high.
You really were naming the only
Ride the
things he can't
wave.
do.
You just gotta ride it the best you
Oh
can.
man, you're screwed, Tom.
I do like to also imagine the scenario of like Chris is like banging on the bathroom door, like, what are you doing? I'm like, someone's in here, don't come in. And she bangs, she opens the door, and there's a bunch of ground pepper. It's
falling out of your mouth.
I'm trying to eat. I'm like, unscrew.
I can't imagine that. I mean, I do love fresh cracked pepper, but holy smokes.
Is there a dosing trick that maybe he could he could do? Or
So the first mistake is forgetting that you took one to begin with.
Write it on your hand like memento. You gotta write it on your hand.
Yeah.
Right, write it
or
down.
get
The little pill cases.
Yeah,
You know, you
that
just
have the
pop your
days
little
on
gummy
them.
in there.
Oh, that's what old people have. I have one of those.
I
and
have
it
one
makes
of
fun
those
me.
Yeah. And fat, THC attaches to fat, so it's going to process quicker.
That's why Jelly Roll gets so high.
You know,
Yeah.
people don't believe me when I
True.
tell them that.
joke.
Like, if you eat something super fatty, it'll even if it's like you're not high anymore from an edible you had 3 hours ago,
It'll kick it up.
it'll reignite it in your system. You're
I
like,
like
look at
cheese.
this.
Give me the cheese.
Mango does that too.
Mango.
Yeah, mango has myrcene in it, which is also a terpene found in cannabis, but it boosts it instead of knocks it down.
That's why we put it in our
Yeah.
stanky danky hazy IPA.
Yeah.
That's why you went mango. then.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So
I'm learning a lot today, dude. This is great.
And then also I have learned, and I keep telling myself this, and I don't know if we even know the truth yet, but like everything in life,
Like aliens.
know,
yeah. There's no free lunch, so everything that's good
No,
comes.
they have free lunch at Macy's school. They have it.
Yeah, no, they have it
It's
at
called that.
Castleberry School.
It's called that.
Every school has
Yeah.
free lunch.
Yeah.
Free
So they say that.
available.
They say that all the
But
time.
somebody paid for it.
I know. I
It's
hear
like
that all the
Tom's
time.
saying.
And you know what I caught Maisie doing? I caught Maisie was getting her lunch, and she's so hungry because, like Tom says, she's an athlete. I caught her going in and getting the second lunch.
She doesn't need free lunch. She's rich.
Dude, she gets free lunch.
Well, why does she get
And
free
during
lunch?
COVID,
I know how much
during-
she's
Taking away
worth.
from the poor
No,
kids.
and during COVID, they were giving her free breakfast and free lunch.
Wow.
During COVID.
Oh, I'm gonna make a call to stop that. Anyway, my point is,
No, it's like when you go to Catholic school and everybody's in a uniform. You know, like it's an equal footing. If everybody's on free lunch, then nobody can pick on the kid who's on free lunch.
no, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know,
Not to bring it down.
but
Go ahead and make your comment.
You really were tugging on my aorta there a little bit.
Just fingering your aorta.
So, I often tell people, like my wife, when she's like, are you she be taking marijuana this much all the time? And then
When do you guys honestly have these conversations? Because like you can probably guess that Andrea has never said anything about it to me because she's afraid that I'm going to fly off the handle and destroy the house because I'm an angry maniac. No, I'm not. But like it's never come up.
well,
You must show.
Andrea, do you
You
need
must
help?
take a lot more than me.
No. I mean, Crystal's she's vegetarian. She's like clean living.
But this is clean
nothing.
living. This is clean living.
Well, that's what I tell her. I'm like, no, there is.
This is plants. It's vegetarian.
You can eat. Now I understand.
She's
Maybe
probably worried that
smoking
she has to stay straight because you're, to make sure the
Going
kids
cooking.
are
Oh
alive.
yeah, that's what
You
Andrea
know,
does.
she's
no,
being
no,
forced
This guy
into
forgets
being,
to brush his kid's hair.
She's got to be the babysitter all
I
the
see
time.
the look in Andrea's eyes when she's like, "I'm the one that has to stay sober."
Yeah.
Oh, this idiot.
So I tell not only my wife but like family members, anybody that ever asks me about you're taking THC.
Oh, they
a lot.
ask?
Or if I tell them and they're like, well, you should be taking that much. Anyway, I'm like,
How much are you taking for them to ask you
that's
that?
like 20, 30 milligrams
That's
a
a
day.
day?
Nothing.
That's fine.
No, I know it's fine, but anyway,
Well, that's a lot. Are you
I
just
guess
sitting on the couch covered in filth? Like, what
no,
are you doing?
no. I'm just saying.
Like
You
maybe
the
that
whale?
is.
I tell
maybe
them-
it's too much.
THC can never hurt you. There is no downfall whatsoever from ingesting THC.
Except that you get lost in your own neighborhood.
Well, I'm saying, but there's no doubt.
That's
It's
a
not going to
treat,
hurt your
though.
body
That's
at
a
all.
treat.
So is that true?
Not his family.
Is that true, Mandy?
It's pretty close to true. There really are not a lot of adverse effects with THC. Typically, it's more an effect with maybe another medication that you're taking. So chemotherapy, for example, not a good idea to take edibles. It gets processed by your liver and it just doesn't interact. It could dull the effects of the chemotherapy. Cannabis is also THC is a vasodilator, meaning it opens your blood vessels. That's why your eyes will get red when you smoke. So it lowers blood pressure. So sometimes with cardiac medicines, there can be some adverse effects. But by itself alone, typically not. Everyone's different. Everyone's endocannabinoid system is like a fingerprint.
Yeah.
So I always recommend going low and slow to learn to trust the plant and trust yourself. But really, there are not a ton. Tolerance breaks are real. if you do consume a lot, your receptors, the number of receptors in your body will actually go down in number. And that's why you need more product to feel that same effect.
Oh, I know. I'm buying about a cart.
Yeah.
I buy 2 carts a day. Full. I take a full gram down, right down
Daily.
No, I don't. It's not that bad. But I do need to take a tolerance break, and I was going to ask you. I'm glad you're kind of dovetailing into that. That was going to be my question because I talked to Sam about it. Let's talk about that because I hear it in the BDM group. I hear a lot of our listeners ask, like, what is the proper way to do it? Yeah. Traditionally, I use like a vape product, you know, and occasionally like 10 milligrams, just like Tom. So what would be the easiest way for me to try and take a break to get the most out of my marijuana?
Yeah. So when you take a break, your receptors actually come back. So there's no permanent damage to anything. Your body just goes right back. It's just saying, hey, we're animals and we're hunting and we're doing things. You can't be high all the time. So with a
but I bet hunting high is really fun.
It makes everything better.
See it in your faces.
Yeah.
You both are like, hunting high.
Yeah, we were both planning the first ever Tom and Dan stoner deer hunting expedition.
The problem is you lose your gun.
You're like, where did I put it? You know what that's called? Everybody? The Val Demings.
But
what? But did they get it? They got it back.
No, it's still gone. It's missing still.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so you don't have to stop cold turkey. That's a really big shock to your system. If your body's used to having it, it could also cause, you know, it's like taking coffee away from someone that drinks it every single day.
So taper
you'd be like
yourself
irritable.
So you'll get irritable, you'll get annoyed. When they say, are you addicted to cannabis? I equate it to caffeine, same level.
Sure.
But you can go down in what you consume. So you can go, if you're normally smoking flower, maybe you're smoking a distillate vape pen instead. If you're normally doing concentrate, maybe you're smoking a joint instead.
Okay.
So you just go less on your milligrams
Sure.
and maybe consume a little bit less. Maybe instead of 10 inhales, they're smoking the whole joint. You're only smoking half of it. And that will bring your receptors back as well.
I've noticed that with the haptic, I use a True Leaf True Pod with the haptic, the beep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not a beep. It's like a vibration.
Like a measured inhale.
Yeah, like a measured inhale. And I notice that I keep sucking that thing like crazy. I'm like, I do 3 full. I can pull that thing.
3 vibrations?
I can every time. I can do a full 10-second
Yeah.
inhale. And then when I blow out, it looks like I'm blowing out a cartoon snowman. It's huge.
Yeah. And you also don't have to stop for a long time. There's also, that you
20
have to
minutes?
smoke. Yeah.
Up there. I feel great.
All right.
Back at it.
If
Back
you're
at
normal
it.
every 5, then yes.
Yeah.
But no, you really don't have to stop for, a month or so. Your receptors start coming back after just a couple of days.
Oh, wow.
So even just a week or, 10 days, you're usually.
That's
gonna
fantastic.
Gosh,
do
you're
something.
smart,
Yeah.
Mandy.
Yeah, no, seriously, this is like questions that we've always asked, but we've always got not really an answer.
Well, we ask our stoner listeners, and they don't know what the hell they're talking
You know
about.
what? She's right. Thank you, producer.
Well, I saw on
well
TikTok.
said. They tell
I've
us
been
a bunch
smoking my whole life.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you don't know what you're talking about.
bunch of mumbo jumbo. They also soak tampons.
They're the ones who told me cannabinoids.
They also soak tampons in vinegar and put them in their butthole.
Come on. So, Mandy, what is your website in case anybody wants to contact you?
Yeah, it's Florida Marijuana Mentor.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
.com.
FloridaManRadio.com.
That still exists?
It does? Okay.
It doesn't it?
No, it does. It does.
I don't know anything
I
about
just
radio.
can't.
Is Tater Hayes still
I'm not allowed on his show.
kicking
That's what I
around?
know.
No, it's Shannon Burke's channel.
No, I know, but is Tater Hayes still kicking
I
around?
tried to listen to it, but I can't even get it in my house, Florida man. I can't.
Who's going to radio their house?
I just know
No,
Real
in my
Radio told
car.
us we can't go on their show. That's what I was told.
Oh, yeah,
I
that
got
was
an
us.
email. I was like,
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was
have a
us.
contract.
Oh, yeah, that was
we did
because of us.
Yeah, that was because of us. Yeah.
That's a whole thing for a BDM show one day.
Yeah. Pretty much, if you can't do it, we were the real.
Oh, that's good to know.
Podcasting, going to
Contract
events drunk.
restructuring.
Oh, okay.
Events drunk was us. Yeah,
Working out of contract.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
another one.
Working
Pushing
out
the
of
conversation forward.
We're those guys.
And so, how do you sign up for the yoga?
We're about to launch the Eventbrite. We're
Okay.
gonna have a meeting tonight to
Yeah.
talk about the because Cookies is so excited. They just sent us an email of a million things that they would like to do to help activate the event.
This is going to be great, man.
They're apparently like the best
Literally.
sponsor you've ever wanted for an event because they really want to activate it. And so we're just going to go through that list and then hopefully launch. I would love to launch tonight. We haven't had that talk.
Yeah.
The people that want to be there are the best people, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
We're capping it at 50 people for the first
Yeah.
for the
Oh,
first
we gotta
couple.
sign up quick.
That's intimate.
So
And
do you
our-
just like follow Bungalower on social media
yeah,
for the info?
If you're a bungalow or buddy, you're
Oh.
going to get the link
All right,
first.
cool.
maybe we could send a link to the BDMs too.
Okay.
Yeah, since y'all are always so nice to us.
Oh,
But, yeah,
well,
before it
take
opens to the
your
public.
guys first, and then if there's
Yeah.
anything left, maybe we can jump in there.
All right,
I
cool.
know Sam and I are definitely interested in
Cool.
trying to hook up
Yeah,
with you guys.
come
I would
on.
love
Yeah.
to work with you guys and at least try it once.
Selfishly, it's because I haven't done yoga in forever too. So this is a
Well, I'm bad
Right.
at it.
I'll have to go this
And I
time.
get a lot out of it. I do it on my own, but I like doing it on my own because I'm so bad at it and
Uh-huh.
I'm so stiff. But it's definitely beneficial.
you and me, we could be at the back of the class,
Sure.
smoking dudes.
I love it.
and just
It
bending
might be
our
the
bodies.
only way. Like honestly, if there was only one way you could get Tom to go and do yoga with us, this might be the only one you'd come to. If I'm like, hey, they already brought your marijuana there, dude. All you got to do is just drive over.
Just show up.
That's right.
And you'd be like, what?
Or take a lift. I'm gonna heavily encourage taking a ride share.
Yeah.
You know,
Andrea
just in
dropped me
case.
off. or something.
Swag.
Or carpool.
I'm embarrassed by how stiff I am,
Yeah,
Mandy.
me too, man.
But this will help.
Yeah, but
We'll have
You
be
think
flexible.
everyone that's going to be there is going to be a yoga
Look at this.
guru?
Yeah.
no,
this
but
fat tub right here.
no,
big
because-
old hairy
Oh,
thumb.
no, you
Stop.
are way more
No,
limber
no,
than I am,
no,
Brennan, for
no.
sure.
You're just saying that because I'm gay.
Well, yes,
Yeah,
and
Hold on. Hold on. I have to defend that because I do believe gay people are more limber than stupid old heteros. What are we called? Heteros? Heteros. I was going to call stupid old homos. I was like,
Don't say that.
I was like, that's them. We're the
Yeah.
stupid old heteros.
Yeah, but my straightness makes me stiff by the
does.
second.
It does. And we and you know
Like a
why?
scarecrow.
I think it's because
No gay scarecrows, by the way.
I think it's
Did
because
you see the way they dress?
You clearly did not watch Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, that's true. It's a musical and a dance.
Touche.
retracted.
But that's the only actor that it did.
That's one for
In the
Brendan.
1920s.
And the lion. We don't need to talk about the lion.
Oh, man,
That's
the
also
lion.
gay.
Would you come back to do the show again?
Yes. I'd
Thank
love
you
to.
so much for doing it. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
We,
This is
we,
fantastic.
we blew. When you first walked in, we blew your hat off. I apologize. It was very rude. But now that you know what we're about, and you know that we're big marijuana proponents, and it was very nice to meet you. Thanks
Nice
for coming
meeting you.
in.
Thank you for having
Yay,
me.
friends meeting.
We're up against the
friends.
break, right? You want me
Yeah.
to get that ready while you?
Yeah, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk to Brendan about what he did throughout the Christmas break and holiday break. And I got something to bitch about. Of
course you
about
do.
my triathlon.
And sometimes we get really, really cool stuff. And this one's really, really cool. One of the largest bands in the world has a brand new single out today. It is called Beautiful People. I'm talking about the band The Black Keys from their upcoming album, Ohio Players. This song's really cool, too, because Greg Kernston from Bird and the Bee, who also produced Lily Allen, he's on this. I think Noel Gallagher helped with this song. Beck helped write this song. So this is a brand new song from The Black Keys.
It better be good.
It's typical Black Keys. You'll like it. We'll be right back, guys.
Just a friend on the wind, seeking shelter. There's a crack in the sky and a light from on high, and higher when I'm with her. Never coming back. All those beautiful people say hey. All those beautiful people say
Knock, knock. Who's there? Squirt. Squirt who? Squirt is P. You dumb rednecks.
Right about now, you are listening to the incredible
A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan, who kindly remind you is P.
It all comes back around. That was Teens in Trouble, and that sounds like any song I would have been listening to when I was a teen in trouble. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
I was never a teen in trouble. I was a good boy.
You never got in trouble, arrested?
I got detained at college. You know that story.
Yeah. But as a
for what? Hanging outside someone's window?
Underage drinking at Flagler College. I was 19 at a party, and they detained me because I was running from the police.
I got kicked out of Pleasure Island at 19.
No, yeah.
Ooh, I bet you were doing something more fun.
Underage drinking.
Oh, okay, same thing.
Fondling my manager.
Yeah. Girl, boy.
Boy.
Usually it's the other way around. The manager's fondling the employee.
I definitely sexually harassed my manager. Yeah.
All right. I'll delete that too. I got a lot to do today.
Oh, let me mention a brand new advertiser we have this year, the current seafood counter in College Park.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, if you're looking.
Mike Smith.
Yeah,
so
Mike
good,
Smith.
Dude. That sandwich I had over there, that My sandwich.
Yeah. They're fish and chips. Also, you're talking about. I'll shut up.
No, please. Lobster rolls, like all Northeast, and then Northeast.
Hush puppies.
Themed,
Hush puppies.
Those are my favorite.
Craft beers too. Then they got craft beer. They got liquor.
Full liquor bar, yeah.
And by the way, if you mention, let me get a Tom and Dan pint glass, you can get a craft beer in a Tom and Dan pint glass for free.
They'll hook you up. They got all the staples like the clam strips and the peel and eat shrimp. I mean, those are the things that for me personally, I can't go to like a fish house unless you do have peel and eat shrimp and clam strips and like fish. You got to have and a fish sandwich. And I know I've said this like 3 times this week, but it's got to have onion, lettuce, tomato. It has to. There's no exception. If I go to your fish house or fish store and it doesn't come out with a toasted bun with lettuce, tomato, onion, it's wrong. It's just wrong.
I hear people don't like the onion touching the tomato. It's got to go tomato, lettuce, onion.
I'm
Really?
I've never heard that.
I'm not quite that picky. I just got to have any combination of all three on the bun.
All right.
But I got to have that. And for me, I like a little bit of tartar on the top. I'm not trying to mask the fish taste. I just like a little essence.
And their fish tastes delicious.
It is so good, dude.
Yeah.
And
Thick
it is
boy.
a quick service restaurant,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Mike, how many times did they come over and check on us and make sure we
yeah.
had like they were so like overly nice where normally when you're
Yeah.
going out to places to eat sometimes like you could barely get anyone to come to the counter.
And newsflash, incognito, we were secret shopping.
Yeah, we were.
And nobody knew that it was us.
Yeah, they even offered us lunch beers.
Yeah, they
and Tom
did.
told us we couldn't get them.
Yeah, Tom was like,
He
we're
said,
going.
get to work.
He did say,
Oh,
we
yeah,
gotta go
go
back
back
to the
to work.
studio.
Yeah,
He did. The guy offered. He's like, you guys want some beers? It looks like, and we're like,
Yeah.
Sam and I perked up. Tom's like, get to work, and they shut it down.
We can't be drinking in the middle of the day. We had to get back here and
we used to
record
drink
some
during the
stuff.
middle of the day.
Used to be a funner show.
Yeah, it really was.
Daddy Tom.
How
He's
you
actually
doing,
right.
Brendan?
We couldn't have done that.
So what'd you do over the break, Brendan?
I worked. I always work over the break. I don't.
Okay.
I don't go home for Christmas. I don't go up to. I don't like to go to Canada in the winter because
Yeah.
it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Generally, they don't have much snow this year, but generally it's like you can't do anything. You just end up looking at everybody. Sitting in a house,
Yeah,
staring at people, which I'm good. I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to go up in the summer and we can actually do stuff. But
I've
yeah,
never
I worked.
really thought about that with my Canadian friends, and I do have a lot of friends from Canada. And yeah, it's funny. They're all here. I've never thought of that. I'm like, why are they here?
Oh yeah, I bet you we lose probably like a third of the country in the winter. They all go other places. I don't know. I just made that number up, but it's like that.
Because if you can't go outside, it is kind of a bummer.
It's crazy. I did a lot of drag. I worked a lot of events.
Nice.
There was an incident I was watching. John travels all the time. Now he makes big bucks with Mo, so he
You're
gets
talking about Bus Decker, right?
Bus Decker.
That's why he's grilling those hot dogs out at the
You
tailgate.
gotta earn the money. He's getting $12
He doesn't
an
want to
hour.
lose that good gig.
So I showed up. I was watching his chickens. I had to show up to let his chicken or put his chickens up for the night, but I was in drag.
Hold on.
And
we
I
got a chicken sitter?
You didn't know
I
that?
was chicken sitting.
I knew you had chickens,
Okay.
but I just was like, yeah, they can take care of themselves.
No, well, you gotta lock. You gotta close the door behind them at night, or
I
the
thought you were
raccoons
gonna
will
say
get
you
'em.
gotta walk them, and I was like,
I would walk 'em.
I just watched both chicken runs this week.
Oh, I haven't seen
my
the new
God.
one.
They're great.
Will a raccoon kill a chicken?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Possums.
No,
They'll rip it apart.
It'll just sit next to it. Have just a standard animal conversation.
It just seems like a chicken
Talk about politics.
versus raccoon, like the raccoons.
And coyotes.
I think a raccoon. Here's
A
what
coyote, I understand.
Here's what I think about raccoons, though. Raccoons, a coyote
They eat
versus
trash.
Well, coyote versus
Trash panda.
raccoon. The coyote is going to take that chicken in his mouth, and he's going to do what my dog Dansby does with
Yeah,
any treat toy,
shake it to
and
death.
do the shaky, shaky, shaky till the thing's limp.
They will
but a
disembowel it.
raccoon has like human-like
Yeah.
hands, so I could see a raccoon walking up to a chicken and sticking its finger in its ass or something. Because like a raccoon,
strangling it?
Yeah, like I could see a raccoon do something,
Slapping it a little bit.
Yeah, I could see a raccoon doing something a bit more human.
Yeah,
to
why
the
you
chicken.
hitting yourself, chicken? Why you hitting yourself?
Exactly, like holding it down and shitting on it. Or,
I rolled up and there was a cop there though.
At
At
Bus
Decker's house, and I was in
I
drag.
knew it.
We're
I was
looking
in
for
a
child porn.
Wait
We
a
heard
minute, you were
got
in
a
full
tip.
drag checking on
Full
chickens.
drag.
Got a tip on child porn. Look, there's a drag queen. Maybe he knows.
We got
she knows.
That's actually kind of exactly what
Oh,
happened.
what?
We got the body cam footage too. I haven't shared it yet, but I roll. You can see on the footage. I roll up. I fold my giant man body out of my car and a sequin gown and then big pink poofy hair. And the police officer didn't say anything weird, and I was just going in the house, and he gets out and he's like, "Excuse me, miss, like, do you live?" And I was like, "No, my friend lives here. I was just checking his chickens," which sounds like a euphemism.
You said that. I'm just checking. Hold on. You get one of these. Hold on. I got to give you one of those.
Just checking his chickens.
I wonder.
I'll send you the video. I bet the BDMs will love it.
Like cops see a lot of odd scenarios.
He didn't
Is that what
say anything bad. He was very nice to me. I was flirting hard because he was hot as fuck.
Did he know?
What?
Oh,
that I
wait.
was a man?
Yeah, you
He's
had
got
your-
a beard.
Yeah, you had
Oh,
your
I got a
beard. Never
beard.
mind. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Also, you can see in the video from I didn't realize how hunchbacked I am, but I was walking. I'm like this.
Well, you're creeping around his house.
in my high heels.
I would have thought for sure you're a burglar.
Well, you were just walking like Gru from Despicable Me.
Yeah, that was me. I kind of look like Gru.
If my business partner asked me to check his chickens,
I wouldn't do that, dude. I'm not going to ask you to check anything.
But and I'm in a full tuxedo. Like I'm gonna wait until my workout day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna go on my
You
way.
gotta do it at night. 6 o'clock.
Yeah, but in your full regalia.
But he had someplace to go.
I was working. I had 2 gigs, and so I had to check the chickens between the
checking
gigs.
chickens on the go.
And otherwise they'd get eaten. And then I like looking after his chickens. I think they're super cool. And I'm like clopping around, like poking holes in his lawn because I got high heels on and walking through the grass.
That's good for the chickens, though.
Yeah. That kind of stuff. That was my Christmas break. That's
pretty fun.
Yeah.
How many chickens does he have?
3 now.
What are their names?
They slightly disappear. I don't know. I don't do
They
that.
slightly disappear.
Yeah, like things happen.
Yeah,
like coyotes?
Coyotes.
Most of the people I
They don't
know
live
that
that long
have
either.
chickens, that is the you can't.
Oh.
They got Puerto Ricans living next door.
What does that mean?
Chickens disappear sometimes.
Oh my God! Racist gay guy. Racist gay guy.
You just made some of our listeners super
So
confused.
conflicted. I virtually said someone just had a heart attack.
Like, I said I wouldn't listen to those shows, but now it's the only shows I want to listen to. So, Brendan, let me ask you a question. So,
I love questions.
Question 1.
Better than Puerto Ricans.
Puerto Ricans.
because I know what Daniel will feel about this, and I know what Sam will
You
feel.
don't know what
about
I'm
feel
just
about
kidding. I don't even know if Puerto Ricans eat chickens. I'm just kidding.
So, I
Don't
He's
do
backtracking
damage
now.
control. Don't do damage
He already got in
control.
trouble
It's
about
fine.
the acre not in College
It's
Park.
fine. Just blame it on me.
I know. I'm getting emails out. The acres out in College
Jesus.
Park. It's everyone needs credit for their neighborhood.
Oh, my God. Get
No,
over it.
all our listeners just laugh at racism. They don't get mad at it.
Because they're all white.
Yeah, so no. Even the non-whites are racist.
Sometimes they're the worst.
I said that I was going to do this triathlon in June, Brennan. Right?
I'm not
Yes.
gonna let you do this.
Are
Are you backing out now? Is
No,
that
no,
what-
I'm not
okay.
backing out.
I didn't hear you
I'm
because
doing-
I was reading about someone saying they think they're right wingers think that they're gay because they agree with me. That's fine.
and
Okay, you got 5 months to go.
Yeah. And so they.
So what was the question? I didn't hear the preamp.
The question is.
He agreed to do a triathlon in June.
Oh,
so
awful.
So it's coming up.
Okay.
And part of the triathlon is obviously riding a road bicycle. Right? And so
Roadie.
I got one from my brother-in-law. He gave me his old road bicycle.
Little fixie with your feet
No,
walking.
this is
No,
a decent bike, right?
Yeah,
Is
I
it a
think
specialized?
I think it's a Fuji. I don't know.
Yeah, Fuji makes a great bike.
So I don't know anything about it. Now I've never even ridden a road bike. So
Does it make you gay? Is that what you're asking?
No,
me?
no,
What's
no.
the- okay.
As a kid, I thought the road bikes with the skinny tires were gay. I have to be on the,
dainty little tires.
I have to be
delicate.
I have to be on the board today.
And so my other brother-in-law, w's the Iron Man, who's married to another Iron Woman.
Do you have to say that?
She's a trainer.
I feel like both of them are Iron Men.
I just don't know.
say
I don't know.
I don't like when you say Iron Woman.
People.
Yeah. So
Iron Giant.
she told me first thing, go
Love that
get
movie.
your bike fitted because that's what you have to do to fit it to your own
Yeah, to make sure.
specifications, right?
Yeah, the frame matches your crotch.
Yeah, the whole thing.
That's right.
And I was like, all right, the seat, the steering, obviously
The steering wheel. All right, off to a bad
the
start.
handlebars,
There we go.
and then
The frame.
yeah, whatever.
Wheels.
And,
Whatever.
and so I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So I call, so I look it up. I didn't look up the specifics. I just the first place near my house. I was like, bike store. I called. I was like, do you do bike fits? They're like,
Billy's
yes,
Bike
we do.
Store.
I owe you the bike store to show them like a Harley Davidson store.
What's up, brother?
And the
Iron Horse. What's up?
the guy texts me back. He's like, all right, I'm the man. I do the fitting. And he starts organizing an appointment. He's like, show up at this time for your fitting.
Bring
right?
your bike.
And so I'm like, okay. In my mind, I'm expecting, all right, it's like, you go there and then they adjust your seat and then your handlebars and they're like, all right, $50, right? And so
You got to ask ahead of time, Tom.
I asked ahead of time, and I'm like, well, okay, before I show up, how much is this? He's like $300, and I was like, 300. And so then I was like, I'm like, this guy must be the
Comes with a blowjob though.
the Central Florida Lance Armstrong or something.
What? No money.
You try it once just to see how good the blowjob is.
And I'm like, maybe I contacted Central Florida's Lance Armstrong or some sort
Do
of.
they swap
pro.
out parts though? Like what are they?
Well, if he needs them, this is just to show you how out of this world
Like they
I
give you those
am.
handlebar add-ons?
Yeah, and like spacers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm I guess loosely considered a cyclist, but I was back in the day. I got a bike.
Peloton?
But I ride the Peloton now. But no, I've rode bike. I've
okay.
rode bikes. I have a ton of bikes. But Jackal in the chat room says that that's pretty cheap. And I did not know that. I'm out of this world because $300 to me sounds like a lot of money.
That doesn't include. That's the man hours though. That doesn't include like the things that you're gonna need to get.
No,
It says
No,
a
it
consultation,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then they
It's his time.
and then you sit on the bike and they adjust your seat and
Okay.
your
Needed,
handlebars.
though, needed.
God, people are saying, do you get a bike with that price? Dude, bikes are way more expensive
guess
than
what?
that.
Triathlon.
So
bikes,
at
yeah.
first
Right.
I was like, "This is ridiculous." What's the chances I contacted the most expensive person? Ridiculous.
Well,
I
you're-
even told him that. I was like,
Then-
$300. That sounds way high to
Then
me.
I was
You're
like,
an
"No,
athlete
thank
now.
you, sir." And then he did the passive aggressive thing. He's like, "You'll be back."
Oh, really?
Well, no. I
He
was,
did the okay.
All right.
but he was
I had a guy
justifying.
at PetSmart do that to me.
He's
But you
like-
did it.
He's like, no, I have not done it. But he was like, this is how much it costs, and I'm like, yeah, right. So then I started
Yeah,
wondering.
right.
It's not worth that.
Yeah. So then I
Fuck
started.
you.
I started, and other places are more. So that's the going rate to get the bike fitted.
I did not know that, dude.
So my
I'm
question.
sorry. I should have.
I haven't got to the question yet. Though.
Okay.
Sorry.
Do I think it's worth it?
So
Yes.
do you think it's worth it?
Yeah. How
Now-
long is the pedaling part of the triathlon?
It's only 12 miles.
That's how long will that take you?
I have no idea.
You haven't been practicing?
No, it shouldn't take you more than an hour.
I've never actually ridden. I've gotten on the station. It hurts, by the way, because I'm not fitted to
Yeah,
it.
because you're not fit.
Because it's
But
not fit. Yeah.
I've never.
It'll hurt more. Imagine the chafing.
I've
you
never.
know?
I've never even ridden a road bike in my entire life.
So you've never ridden a skinny tire
Oh
bike?
No,
man,
never
this
in
is
my
gonna
life.
go
And biking happens
so poorly.
after swimming.
I'm going to this.
Is it you run,
Are
you
you?
swim,
I'm
then you
going.
bike?
Yeah.
Should I
no,
go
you
too?
Swim,
I'm
Wanna
gonna
go?
film
you
this.
swim, bike, run.
Swim, bike, run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to be wet when you're on your bike.
Oh, really?
Ew.
As wet as you like. How wet do you want them on the bike?
Do they provide the
real
swimming
wet.
cap for you? Do you have to buy your own?
I don't
Buy
know.
your own.
He's-
I think
you
you
have
have
to.
to.
You have to wear that. It has to
No,
have a
no,
number
no,
on
no,
it so they
no.
know where you're at.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's got a chip in it.
I'm gonna knock it off.
I would too. I'd start swimming and then I'd take my hand and I'd take my finger right up the side of my temple and I'd finger that thing right over.
Where are you swimming?
Pop right off.
It's intercoastal. It's over in Melbourne. But my question really.
Oh god, the whole chat room wants to go now.
Sharks.
Are we gonna do
No
a
one's
cheering?
gonna go.
Are you
Can
scared
we
of
do a
sharks?
cheering?
It's a
no one's allowed to go.
unofficial Tom and Dan meetup.
No.
I mean, dude, I can get 70 people in the chat room.
Are
right
you
now.
going to
No,
bring the
don't
shark
go.
spray?
But the
Shark spray.
so
Do you have shark spray?
Here's I don't know, sharks. I'm not worried
In
about
the
sharks.
intercoastal?
Yeah, no.
There's
I-
sharks in the intercoastal.
No, you don't have to worry about them biting you. There's not open water sharks.
No.
What do you mean there's not open water sharks?
Not in the
I think
intercoastal.
all sharks are open water sharks, right?
No. You're gonna
Except for
re-
at SeaWorld.
That's what I thought.
Open water sharks are great whites, your bull sharks,
big
your
boys.
hammerhead and stuff. Like anywhere, any sharks near the coast.
So where are we at with the
not gonna
bike
get
now?
you. Anyway,
Have you ridden it at all?
No, but
Oh.
my
Oh,
question
you got to
is,
get it fit.
I went on YouTube and
Sponsor it. Get a
My
sponsor to pay for it.
My idea is I can get all the information just as good off YouTube about how to fit myself to
No.
this bike, and I don't
No.
need to pay $300,
Is
right?
there an
What's the difference?
is
The
there
difference
an-
is if you don't tighten it the way it's supposed to be tightened, and you're going to be in the middle of your 12-mile freaking bike ride, and something's going to rattle off. Like you want a
No.
professional using professional things.
Oh,
to tighten
Tom's
that
gonna
shit up.
eat shit in front of all these people.
I can tighten everything.
Make
It's-
sure
the-
it's
the-
safe.
Your
It's
hands aren't
safe.
tightening anything,
Yeah,
bro.
make it a
You're gonna have to
business
have
help.
somebody else help you.
Put some Tom and Dan shit on it and make it a business experience.
Aren't you a
There you
save
go.
time guy?
Smart.
Aren't you a save time guy?
Yes.
Weren't we just talking about Rob Deerdick and the fact that
Deerdick?
it made me mad that he bought 150 Fantastic Sam haircuts so he could cut to the front of the line so he could save himself time and get everything. Like, it's going to take you longer to invest in the videos
Yeah.
than it would be just to throw the money at it and get it done for a one and done.
do it?
No?
Do it.
300.
I know.
He's like, I was willing to throw
Peace of
50,
mind.
$75.
I know.
But all they're doing is, like, where I'm sitting, I understand comfort.
Don't you want it done correctly?
But the difference between what I can do and what a pro
Well,
can
you
do,
don't
I
even
feel
know
like
what the difference is yet.
And the
I
difference
saw it
could be like you could be maybe overextending or underextending.
You don't
when
even
you're
have
cycling.
the Allen wrenches
And then
for
when
it,
you're
do you?
running, your legs all cramped up.
That's a
'cause
no.
I've got some old rusty.
Just do it, Tom.
And
Allen
do you
wrenches.
have any tools to change any of the tensions or cables on that bike?
I want to know what
They
you're
do
wearing.
all smell like ass.
Yeah,
but he's
once
got-
you start, let's say you put in a spacer on your handlebars, do you have a way to adjust the length of those cables that you just changed now? Because now the whole geometry of the bike's
Yeah.
changed because your cables are different. Because
Too
I
much
know if that's an
math.
older bike, you're not running cables through the frame.
$300. You're a baller now. You know.
Well, I spend all my money, but I don't know if
he's
I
not
tell
a
you
baller
that.
at all.
I go on all
Both of us
these.
are wild spenders.
I go on all these
Extravagant
trips,
trips.
and then I just spend
Brand
it all.
it. Can you just brand it? with
I'm
Tom
not
and Dan?
even. I don't even have access to my money. It got taken away.
Well, because you spoke too much weed.
I'm in a conservatorship.
I'm just wondering about the difference
Britney.
between anything you could do on YouTube as opposed to paying a professional for
Why don't
hundreds of
you-
dollars.
I got you. I got you. Here's a workaround. Get that company, that business, to host a workshop where you can train people how to adjust the bikes themselves. And you make it a promo, and you invite some BDMs, and everybody gets to learn together with you how
I'm
to
not
adjust
going
their
to
own
that
bike.
shit.
Yeah, you're working too hard with your advertising,
I'm
Brendan.
not going-
That's not how Tom
his
is.
But
dumb
then it's
event.
free.
Fuck his
You have a
dumb event. I'm not
professional.
going to
Yeah,
a
yeah.
dumb bike fit event.
Yeah.
Fuck their event.
Oh.
I talked to Brendan about sales. When Brendan does sales, he has his.
Oh, it's good. His
His
has good
advertising. He
events.
builds huge events
Yeah.
around the
He's
goes.
a
Oh,
value.
yeah. I'm like, you email me what you want me to say. I say
No.
nothing else.
I'm a regurgitating computer. I'm not a creative
I'll give you
genius.
30, maybe 33. That's all I have. Anyway, I feel like I can get.
I think it was a
close-
brilliant idea.
close enough that
What
it won't be
bothers-
that bad. Because I'm not going to be a cyclist. I just need it for this one 12-mile ride. And
Well,
the
if you're not going to
training.
be a cyclist, then why are you even doing this? Just give up.
No, because it's a challenge.
The
I
whole
want to
thing's
do.
stupid anyway. Just give up.
Yeah, I don't know why you signed up
Yeah,
for
the
this.
whole thing's dumb. It's just
I
a
think
pain
it's
in the ass.
cool.
Yeah, no.
It's not an Ironman competition, though. It's
There
just-
are
No,
two
yeah,
things. There are
yeah.
two things on this show I know are dumb. Number one is Tom's triathlon. Number two is my scooter dream. Both of those were the two stupidest, most dumb,
You
fucked
gave up on your
stupid
scooter?
ways. Oh yeah, that
No,
shit's
no.
fucking sale.
You gotta,
I'm out.
you gotta drill a
know
small
that.
hole. And
I'm
it
not
gave up.
drilling into the fucking handlebars on that bike. And I got all these bikers, old bikers emailing me. If you drill in it, you're not an American.
Are you gonna eat before this triathlon?
Eat that pussy.
What do you mean eat?
Sorry.
Like a breakfast? Are you gonna have a smoothie
got
and
me,
then shit your
Dan, you
pants
got
when
me.
you're running?
Fettuccine Alfredo.
That's what Michael's got.
You're going on an empty stomach?
Carbo load. No, a big
Wow.
paper plate.
More importantly,
Fettuccine
A
Alfredo.
wilted sack.
White.
White paper
don't be
plate.
those guys
It's-
that poops themselves on the
That's
mirror.
what
No,
I'm saying.
Brendan, it's a,
I'm gonna
it's
eat
a
it on the
double,
pier.
It's a doubled up white paper plate that's so moist with fettuccine alfredo it's damp on the bottom, and he's shoveling it.
I would do that anyway.
Then a lot of animals dive off them.
You gotta,
Oh my god.
you gotta band-aid your nips too.
And the butter
Band-aid
and
your
the
nipples.
fettuccine.
Oh yeah, you're gonna band-aid your nips?
And the butter and the fettuccine, 500 milligrams, and you literally start hallucinating.
What are you gonna wear?
What are you gonna wear? And
He's
are
gonna
you
wear
gonna
his
band
purple suit, you fucking idiots.
and band-aid your nips? Are you gonna band-aid your nips?
You have to.
I'm mad that I told you guys.
No. When I worked
I
at
hope
Disney,
You
they-
motherfuckers better not show up to this.
Oh, me and Norm are already booking a hotel.
I will run out of bounds and push you over. I know you're making fun of me. You're cheering me on. You're
He
holding
gets
a sign.
arrested at the event.
I'll run
just
out.
bobbing and weaving.
I'll kick your Go Tom Van sign down. I don't want you guys there. And don't look at me.
Oh my God.
You when I worked at Disney, they would schedule you to work to cheer people on at the Disney Marathon. And I
Oh,
would,
Tom hates the Disney Marathon.
Woke me up at 3:30 in the morning, Brendan. They started early. I was camping with my family.
Remember they moved it up?
No.
They moved it this
Yeah.
last time. They moved it up because
of the weather.
Because of the weather.
Yeah.
I told the story on the BDM page, but all of a sudden I woke up at 3 a.m. and I'm like, and I've been camping for
tent
2
camping,
nights.
too.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something.
Horrible.
I thought you were riding. Okay, I thought you were at least riding your big beach cruiser around to get some pedaling in. I didn't know you were not riding at all. The chat room's right.
He's got no leg strength.
But if he's not training now, well, he does have leg strength. He does leg press.
You're
but if you're not,
training.
dude,
Look
if
at
you're not
those legs.
pedaling, your ass is gonna hurt on that seat for at least 2 weeks.
Oh,
You got to
your
get
gooch
started.
is gonna
I'm
be
back
so
on the bike.
sore.
This is my first week back on the Peloton every morning, right?
Yeah.
And my gooch is straight raw, man. It is pain.
I sit on Crystal's arm of her computer chair every once in a while.
Excuse me?
Up on your
What kind of
Yeah.
kinky shit is going
No,
on?
it's a
over
training
there?
technique. All right. It's a
No,
training
to train
technique.
my gooch.
it's
That's
a
all you
gooch
need,
trainer.
right? You just need a pressure
I'm not
to
doing
push
this
it
anymore.
again.
I'm not doing this anymore.
I just have Maisie whip mine
Ew, you
with a
put
stick.
your dirty gooch on your wife's office chair?
Which arm, left or right? Which arm?
I have
Which arm, left
Just
or right?
scooting all over
put a-
fucking
This is getting
office
worse.
furniture.
Which arm do you put your cane on?
I spread a napkin over.
No, you don't.
One of your
No,
work
you don't.
napkins?
Yellow
No, you don't.
Wendy's. Vintage
doesn't.
yellow Wendy's now.
Does she know? Does she know that?
Of course
you're-
she doesn't know.
Who keeps calling us? Who is
I don't
it?
know.
What do you
It
want?
just says wireless.
Hello?
Are you there?
Hello?
Hello?
Are you there?
No.
Hello?
What's happening?
Get out of here.
It's a fax machine.
Bastard.
So, Brendan, have you heard about the AI generated?
Wait, was there a question there for him about the triathlon?
Well, no.
Should he
Just the money.
pay for it?
Okay,
Was the
okay.
question.
Yeah.
And the answer is yes.
I already knew the answer before I said it.
Yeah, he had his mind made up. I mean, I tried to help, but even my heart wasn't in
Are you
it.
gonna get bike shorts? You got to get the thing that you can swim in,
His wife got him bike shorts.
Yeah,
but you-
swim, bike, and run, right?
right? Yeah.
You need jammers.
They're called tri shorts.
Oh,
And,
try hard shorts.
You know what? They're too long. They go all the way to the knee.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, what do you think they're on me?
on
On me, I'm like
Capris.
Sweet Pea from Popeye.
You want short ones?
Yeah, one thigh. You know, the long ones
They
look
don't
like
do
I'm
that.
a old
They don't do-
granny.
they don't do that.
Right?
You feel over.
Yeah, like,
too
they look
close.
stupid.
Most of
They're
your best.
long, tight shorts.
I just
to
had
your
to
knees.
do. I
Brendan.
just had to wear a full, I guess it was a shorty, a wetsuit. We were filming for the show that I'm doing for Very Local at Discovery Cove. We just did that the other day.
Oh, yeah, I saw the
on,
pictures.
it was so cool, but I had to wear. I haven't worn a wetsuit in forever,
I've
and I
never
felt like
worn
a
a
pig in a
wetsuit.
blanket. It was just too much body. It was
Yeah,
too
it's kind
much
of- it's-
squeezed into the spandex.
We've done it with scuba diving. It's not
Yeah.
fun.
Did you-
No, and now it's on TV. People are gonna have to look at me.
But it does feel cool because I like the buoyancy of the web.
That was neat. I did the
Yeah.
thing too where they lower. It was a 75-pound helmet, and they lower it down on a winch, and then you get forced down to the bottom of this pool, and you walk along the bottom of the pool, and there's all these fish and things around you.
That's neat.
And it's pressurized, so your ears pop because you're like down so low, and you have to like slowly come up. Otherwise, you get
That's
the bends. At Discovery Cove, I had no idea. It was really cool.
That's very cool.
Anyway, spandex.
They put you in an old 1920s
Yeah.
big
It's
iron
a-
helmet.
I kinda
It's
wanna
like
do
a
that.
newer design one. It's
Oh.
white with a little handle thing on the top that they put the winch
They
hook
make you
on.
write a handwritten letter to your best girl too, and they roll it up, stick it in a bottle, and throw it
Just
in the
in
ocean
case.
to float away.
I thought
Yeah.
I was gonna. I'm a little claustrophobic, so it was the last thing we shot
Was
the
it
whole day.
cool?
I thought I was gonna die. Leading up to it, I was not. I was very full of anxiety.
Sure.
But I did good.
Nice,
And now I have a
man.
crush on the diving instructor because he was very nice to
There
me
you
the
go.
whole time.
Was that the first time you did any scuba diving related
Oh yeah,
thing?
and now I like it. And I
Oh,
had
it's
at the
great.
end
I-
I was fully stoked and
Brendan, it's great.
I don't know
ready
if
to
you-
propose to Sean, my diving instructor.
We should take. Me and Daniel are scuba
Yeah.
certified.
Oh.
I've got my
Yeah, you wanna go?
advanced course.
It's awesome.
Maybe.
Groupon.
Dude, it's the best.
Are you good?
We're conflicting.
Real good.
He's a patty man. I'm a nowie man.
It just seems a
Let's
little
go out on our
like
boat.
steampunk to me. Like there's too many dials and shit. Like,
No, it's all. You know what should make you feel good? Is
like
that
driving a
The
Zamboni.
technology in diving is so old that it should make you feel
Yeah.
better.
You don't
It's
really
tried and
need to
true.
know anything. Like I don't need. You don't need to know the dive table. That's all. You know.
I
being
gotta
too
watch.
Conservative.
It'll
Do you
do
do
it
it?
for me.
You don't even need. No, you're just.
You don't have to do it anymore.
well,
I-
do you often? But do you guys go diving?
No, not very often, but I should do it often. But you know, what, the honesty behind dive tables is I have never. The first two dives I did my own math. The rest of the dives, I was too drunk and high, and Andrea filled out my my book.
And then you went diving drunk and high?
No, you're not drunk and high. You wait until you're sober when you dive, and then afterwards you get drunk and high.
Got it.
When you're down there, if you start hallucinating, then start coming up slowly. That's the only piece of advice. Anyway, so I forgot what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, I interrupted you. Well, it was you're transitioning to a new topic.
Oh, the AI.
AI.
AI songs.
We got it back.
God, I can't believe if
out of the four of us.
Look, if I'm the one remembering it,
look, this is the weed and yoga show. It's fine.
This is the weed and yoga show.
There's a problem.
So Daniel found this AI program. We used it a little bit already.
What's it called?
It's an app called Suno AI. Suno AI. It came through on a little letter I respond to or I subscribe to rather, and they said, hey, if you're bored, check out this new website. They just got the technology where you can put in whatever prompt you want, and it will write a song in whatever style you want. And I'm like, nah, it's a bunch of shit. Tom and I've been waiting for this for years. We've talked about it,
but you're so good at it organically.
Well, I love doing it. Our buddy Jackal loves doing it. I've always written like parody songs and stuff like that. But I got to tell you, it is kind of nice to be the receiver of parody songs. You know what I mean?
To be a receiver sometimes.
Yeah, it is nice.
Yeah.
So essentially, you could write whatever words. You could write your own lyrics if you want, or just write what theme you want the song to be about, and then also what genre of music you want the song, and it will write you a song in 12 seconds.
That's
anything
amazing.
you want. And
some of them
crazy.
are duds.
Like I wrote one.
Yeah, you're going to get some duds.
Yeah, you get a couple of duds, but I wrote one. Is Island Breeze yours?
Yes.
I wrote one for Brendan. You want to hear Brendan's?
Yeah.
This is called Island Breeze. It's reggae.
What'd you
I
tell
haven't heard
it?
yours, no.
Okay, it keeps a record of what you tell it. I said a reggae song about... No, that's the wrong one. I don't think that's yours.
Oh.
Because this one says...
It was Island something.
This one says a reggae song about stinky punani, the fattest punani, and pumping the punani.
Okay.
Let's see what we got.
In the topic goes on, we're having some fun with the rhythm and the vibe, moving side by side. But there's one thing that's clear.
People are gonna fuck to this song.
That stinky punani is that a fat content? Oh, the fattest punani is a funky sensation.
What?
Oh yeah.
It's pretty good.
Did it say pumping that punani?
Yeah, he said you're pumping the punani.
Did you? Was that in your prompt?
I put yes, pumping punani, and it wrote it into like a nice song for me.
I have to say, pumping punani. What a hook.
Thank you.
That reminded me of a song that came across my rhythm this past week called Somebody Fart in the Minibus. And it's a real Caribbean song. I'll put the link in the Twitch chat if you want to check it out. No, this is a real song.
But, like some of the
Find
songs,
mine.
Like
it was so
I will
good.
find yours. I'll find it. I've got it. Here's another one I wrote. Do you just want me to start popping these off?
Yeah.
Here's one I wrote for Maisie. I wrote the prompt was hair metal song about how I love Taco Bell, and this song's called Taco Rocker.
That's great.
Pretty good, right?
The file you sent me says Island Doctor or
Okay.
Island Drive.
I will find Brendan's here.
Now, again, it's not there 100% yet, but if this is
Mine's
how
there.
it started,
Oh yeah.
then imagine in 10 years,
Dude.
Oh,
I
think you still need to like zhuzh it. Otherwise, they're all going to sound the same, right?
Right.
Music will
Yeah,
just
yeah.
sound the same. But if you can like jingles, man, just
Of
jingles.
course,
for
yeah.
jingles, for one-offs.
The jingle writer is now out of business.
Yeah.
Right.
It can be like, see, what I like to use this stuff as a tool because like I'm already like I played with it yesterday, so when we came in here, I wouldn't be a fool and be like falling over my not know the prompts and what to do. But I'm already kind of tired of it because I can see patterns. You know what I mean? Like once you're in there and you start seeing it, it's less scary
It all
when you
starts
start.
sounding the same.
Well, not necessarily. Like this one's Brendan's. I think I found yours.
In the city lights of Orlando, there's a boy named Brennan, don't you know? He's got a bike and a joint in hand, spreading love all across the land. Ooh, yeah. Brendan's cruising through the streets of Orlando.
That's pretty good.
Weed and feeling free. Oh, with a smile on his face, he's on a natural high, living life his own way. Oh my, oh my.
Oh my, oh my.
He's an island dreamer.
Brendan's an island dreamer.
I
That's good.
love that song so much.
I'm glad you do, man.
What a gift,
Yeah,
man.
it's so fun. And then like
I'm going to play that at bingo.
I started going crazy. Like then I did this one for me and Tom.
Island Dreamer.
Just a mic and a dream. Friends from UCF, they knew what it means to make a difference, spread love and laughter. They're the voice of Orlando for now and after.
For now and after, baby.
Rise up, Orlando heroes. Let your voices be heard. Tom and Dan for
Wow.
president 2024.
Tom and Dan for president 2024.
From the podcast to the Oval Office, they'll lead us on. United we stand, Orlando strong, never gonna fall.
That's my wife. When I sent that to Andrea goes, "That is creepy." And I go, "What do you mean?" She goes, "That is in the cadence, the style, the lead singer's voice, timbre, cadence, breath of her favorite band of all time, Westlife." She loves Westlife.
What is that? Westlife?
like a
Westlife's another
British
boy band.
boy
It's
band,
another
yeah.
boy band that she's never gotten to see. They're in the
O-Town.
same category as with NSYNC.
Okay.
But I swear to God, if you line that up with a Westlife song, you're like, holy shit.
I bet the AI could just see, like, because they all have a formula, right? Especially boy band stuff.
Well, isn't the AI technology, it basically borrows from the internet, and so it's borrowing these style songs and changing them enough to not rip them off.
Yeah.
But it's like, so the overall theme of the song, it's just stealing, essentially. But it's like stealing micro elements to the point where it's not the same and it's totally original, but
it's also pulling things that are all the common denominators, right?
Yeah.
So which could actually mean it's like a hit generator because it's pulling things that you hear more often so
Right.
that people respond better to. So maybe like future versions, it's just a hit machine.
I'm sure in the future that we will hear songs being played on the Billboard Top 100 that are, some of them are AI.
Yeah, and it'll happen. Let me give you a few details about
But
this.
who's actually the artist, the person that entered the prompts?
I am. Like, of all these songs right
No,
now.
you're not the artist. You're the
For this-
you're the artistic director.
Whatever it is, I own these songs because
Yeah.
I bought the purple diamonds to buy the goddamn things, and I read the terms of service.
Is it
and-
expensive?
Not very. I spent for everything we did here on the company card. It was $90, and you got a chunk of. You have to be pretty clever with how you use your remixes, and you have to dig in there. I'm going to show Brendan all how to do it. It's very easy, and with somebody as creative as you, dude.
But it's
You can blow through some diamonds,
Hype me
man.
up,
No, but
girlfriend.
seriously, it's for creative people. The AI never really scares me because it's just a tool. Like,
Yeah.
Jackal's not going to be out of business. Like it. Like
we get people
because-
really mad at us because we use it for image generating for
Yeah,
some
we
of our
do too.
stories
We do
sometimes,
too.
and people are like, "What are you doing?" Like, cool, what do you guys call him? Hot Book Boy, hates it. He doesn't hate it. He's not a big fan of it. He
I'm
thinks
not
it kind
either.
of cheapens it, like what we're doing, because it's not real, right? But I think it's interesting. I think it's a tool. I think it's valid.
I made some. You want to hear an Injured on the Go Just Call Mo song?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna play this at the tailgate.
This is so good.
me. But don't you worry, most got your back. He's
Driving in the fast lane.
You can't tell me country songs aren't made by AI.
That's what I said yesterday.
You can't tell me. Hearing
They
that,
all sound like
they all
this.
sound the same.
I wrote one about that. I wrote a country song about how
They all sound.
they
the same.
all sound the same. I just got to dig in here and find it for
There's
you.
Well,
like
that
there's
Bo Burnham
SNL
bit.
skits about it, right? Of just like here, this is what makes a good country song.
Here.
Yeah, Bo
And by the way,
Burnham.
but for some people may not understand, Daniel's just putting in prompt words, like 5 prompt words, hitting enter, and then the genre of music, and it's pumping this out in 12 seconds.
But it will
like
do-
this is like so, he could do this so fast that it doesn't matter.
But again, it's a tool. So for somebody like me that likes to write songs and rhyme, I did this so fast. Here's what I did. I went over to the machine and I wanted to write a country song about how all country songs sound the same. But I wanted to skew it to like a Jason Aldean vibe conservative, right? So what I wrote, this is my prompt. I'll read it verbatim. I wrote a new trendy country song that's about how all these songs sound the same. Then in quotes, I wrote, go Brandon, Michael Landon, Bud Light is lame. I got a need for speed and a tiny, tiny pecker. That's all I wrote.
Okay, all right.
This is the song we got, okay? Because you can fuck around with this thing. It's what it's for.
I have a
think.
boner for this song already.
here
And
we
this
go.
took 12
The
seconds.
12 seconds, and the song is called All Songs Sound the Same.
But I heard a song the other day, sounded like every other tune they played. Go Brandon, Michael Landon, Bud Light is lame. Oh yeah. I thought, man, they're all just chasing fame. All these songs sound the same. Nothing new, just different names. Got a need for speed and a tiny, tiny pecker. But hey, it's all about the catchy hook, no matter how absurd it gets.
See, he fucked with me at the end. The computer says, but hey, it's all about the catchy hook, no matter how absurd it gets.
So how long
He
are
was
they?
I'm saying he, but AI knew that I was feeding in absurdity, and it even commented on my absurdity. It knew I was being absurd, and it said, it don't matter what Dan is putting in his prompts, I'm just being absurd AI. You know, that's what it was doing. It was communicating.
All right. Soon it will reach its robot foot through the screen and crush your skull.
But then I wrote one.
Wait, does it cap how long they are?
Yeah, right now it's not there. You get like I think you get between 20 and a minute 40.
Because they don't want you releasing this as a single.
Well, no, they want you to. I could release these on Spotify right now if I wanted to. I have a one-click button. Boom, put them on Spotify. Start
I
generating
think
money.
it would sound so much better with your vocal.
Well, it's not really this one. Now, I wrote another one because I wrote one for Tom. I was trying to write songs for everybody. I wrote a song for you, buddy, called, I wrote one called Jesus Likes Money, and So Do I. Okay?
Okay.
This is for you.
Look everywhere.
Oh, wait, no, hold on. That's not it.
Let me tell you about a man named Jesus. Gave his life so we could find salvation. No need to keep
This one's giving me hives. This is too real.
Hold on.
But there's one little thing that's always on his mind. Jesus likes money, and so do I. He's got the blessings pouring down from the sky.
They're going to perform this at church.
Rolling in the door, a lot of bills they multiply. Jesus likes money, and so do I.
He says hallelujah at the end. but
Tom,
you
you
can't-
okay? You okay? What's that making
It's
you
good,
feel?
right? It's good.
I'm thinking about just what this will
That's
do
a hit
in the
song.
future.
The
Yeah,
Jesus
you know?
Loves Money and So Do I song is a hit song. You want to know why? It's an exact copy of, it's that song, oh God, they were a one-hit wonder in the 80s. I'm the king of wishful thinking. It's a fucking copy of it, dude.
When will you be able to enter? When will they make this AI movies where you write down
doing it.
the script of
They're
a
doing
movie
it.
and then I'm sure it'll be like animated, obviously CG.
They're doing trailers of it. They're doing AI trailers like Wes Anderson directing Lord of the
Oh
Rings.
yeah, I've
I
seen
just
those.
showed that at Bingo, and it's so amazing. Or like Batman, I don't know.
And it's just morphing
Touch your
together
butts.
different trailers in the genre that you want to.
No, it's like because they're using it's multi-platform, so they're using different. They'll do like Midjourney to generate the imagery. Then they
Okay.
put that into another AI filter to make it talk. But they use another AI program to make the script. And then you could put that into another thing to make the voice be like Kate Blanchett or Luke Wilson. Like you can make it match
Custom
samples.
Okay.
Yeah, but you need to piecemeal it all together. There's not a program that does all of that yet.
But it's coming.
But it's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hey, remember my favorite koozie that said I turn hot dogs into hot logs? I wrote a song about it just now.
You sent me this one and I love it.
Listen up, I got a story to tell. About a food that'll make you go from heaven to hell. It's the hot dog, the king of the street. But when it hits your stomach, you better take a seat. It starts off innocently with a simple bite. It tastes so good, you think you've reached the height. But then, oh damn, the heat starts to rise. Your belly's on fire, you can't believe your eyes. Yeah. Hot dogs turn into hot logs. Running through your system like some raging dogs. Woof. Smelling nasty turds and nasty side. Diarrhea flowing like a river in the night. Splish splash.
You could be. Do you see how they added digital ODB? Go splish splash, motherfucker! And then in the minute it goes hot dog.
You could be putting these in like if you're a DJ, like if you're doing digital DJ sets, like you could be putting in these hooks.
Hot dog, motherfucker!
Yeah. Based on, and like you could be creating them while you're based on your environment on like what's going on, so you could create custom songs immediately
and then drop it in
one.
based on what you're seeing.
Let's do one right now.
Okay.
Are we up against the break? Where are we at on time here?
I mean, there is no up against anything.
Well, no, I know, but we're trying to keep it okay, so I forget sometimes that you live in literal ways. This guy, I'm like, help me out here, man. Jesus Christ. Let's write one right now. What do you want to do? We can write any song we want. I'll just give it the prompts, and we'll see we'll real time it so the listeners can see it. Because I'm about fucked out of it.
We can do it whose line is it anyway style and ask the Twitch chat.
Okay. You want to do it like that?
And crowdsource words?
The first 5 words we'll put into the
do like a Mad Libs.
AI chat.
All right. So first 5 words were put in there, and we want a song about what? We'll
One
go
word
with Tom.
apiece.
What do you want it to be about?
Well, I'll start off Diet Mountain Dew.
All right.
That was the first thing that came. You could have come up with any word. You just said Diet Mountain Dew.
Well, I'm very stupid, Brendan, so I just have to look around and then look at Daniel's Diet Mountain Dew and then say the word that I know. It's either that or megaphone or whiteboard. Or light or camera.
I Spy. This is I Spy
Sucker.
Song Generation.
Farts.
Platypus hippopotamus.
We got this is a cult. And let's put
Brenda from Bifflo.
Brenda from Bifflo.
And Brenda.
The chat is terrible.
There. All right. It's
Wait,
making
can you
2
put,
songs.
Oh, okay.
No matter what, it's just making 2 songs. That's okay.
What prompts did you
3,
put in?
4, 5.
What are the words people
6,
say? Pool noodle.
7,
That's funny.
8.
Potato.
Not done. Okay, 9 seconds that time.
What?
I wrote a song about Diet Mountain Dew, All Day Suckers, Farts, This Is a Cult, Tom and Dan, and Brenda from Bifflo. And it wrote, the first song is called The Dew of All Day Suckers.
All Day Suckers.
The second song is called Dew and Distractions.
All right.
Oh.
So let's go with the first one. It's called, it says you should be humorous rock, called The Dew of All Day Suckers.
All right.
Diet Mountain Dew, the drink of choice for me. Keeps me buzzing like a bumblebee. All day suckers, that's my crew. We're sipping dew while we're catching the view. This is a coat of Diet Mountain Dew. Tom and Dan and Brenda from Bifflo too.
What?
We chug it down, can't get enough.
What?
Dew and ham, we're feeling tough. Diet Mountain Dew, the fuel of nights.
Oh.
All day suckers in the lights. Farts and laughter, we're part of the crew. This is a cult and we're Tom and Dan's feud. Brenda from Bifflo, you're our queen.
Oh.
With your war stories, no
Queen.
one's clean.
With their wild stories, not a single one queen.
How did they know I was a queen?
Well, there you go. That's basically it.
I
Not
wonder
bad,
if that,
right?
I wonder if that crowd, like what, if it's looking, because you said Brenda from Bithell, I wonder if it like found that associated it with a drag queen. Because
sometimes it will take liberties and find things that I didn't put in there, which is weird. I don't know how it works. That's the one thing is I haven't investigated what it's pulling from, the process behind it.
Like it
could be stealing all of my family's money and my identity.
No.
You know, because what's interesting is like
Skynet.
It said Diet Mountain Dew, and it keeps me buzzing.
Right.
So it knew it had caffeine. Right, you know what I'm saying? So it knows
and
what the things you write
There's
in there.
context.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
is that's what's crazy to me. It's like it puts context to the words because of its artificial intelligence, which is nuts.
It is nuts. I don't think this is going to kill music. I don't think it's
No.
going to kill independent music. I just think it's going to be something that will always be around.
It's the beginning,
Yeah.
though.
Unless the government kills it because they hate it.
Like when
They
you
hate everything, right?
when you made the first robot and is like just going around your floor or whatever, that eventually evolves into the one that kills you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this, it's not going
Starts
to.
with a vacuum.
I do. The way Scotty talks to our Alexa makes me very nervous.
Is he
he's-
mean to it? I'm mean to mine.
He's so mean
I'm
to it.
really mean to it.
And I keep telling him like, don't do that. Something could happen one day, and you're gonna be real mad.
So we make the joke of it, like obviously this is not going to immediately take people's jobs, but imagine if you were a radio show or whatever, you know, that wanted an intro to a segment.
Yeah.
Before this, you would have to pay or have your producer produce one. Take a long time or whatever. Now you can make intros to segments that are custom that you own, which was a problem in radio
I think
before.
it behooves you if you're in this industry to know these tools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I'm learning it. I don't want to be left behind. But
Yeah.
real quick, while we were talking about it, I wrote a Tupac-styled Mo DeWitt rap.
No. Right now?
Mo's a name and he's ready to ride with a heart of steel. He takes no shit. Injured on the go, he's the one you call Mo. Pumping hoes, leaving bodies cold. Mo's the king.
Wait a
He's the
minute.
one in control.
Leaving bodies cold.
Don't mess with him or you feel the pain. In the gangster game, Mo is his name.
Was it $90 for the year?
No, I'm burning through credits like crazy. With this,
Hold off.
like with this.
He burned through your
No,
$300 bike fitting money.
Don't worry, Sam, Tom, don't worry. You guys know I put this on my private card, so the only person gonna get
Andrea's
yelled
gonna
at
be
is
mad.
me from Andrea. This is gonna take the place of my digital planes. Now I have something else to do, and it's even more creative.
Now you need to make AI music videos for them.
That's coming. It's
Yeah.
coming.
Well, we need AI to do that.
Yeah.
Now
it's
we
really
have
not
to-
doing anything. I just type in a few words and sit back and go, not good. Not good.
All right, let's take a break.
Yeah,
When we
man.
come back, we got some dump them out topics and
Dump it
some
out.
other stuff.
Yeah, this is a compilation that came through my desk, and I hadn't heard this song, but apparently it got sent to us last year, and I just must have missed it. The name of the band is The Insiders. The name of the song is "Bring Back the Weekend for or it's from the "Bring Back the Weekend for Family and Flag." The song is called "Bring Back the Weekend." Just listen to it. Sorry.
Hold on tightly, gonna ride this rhythm to the very top, and I keep on moving till the music stops, climbing right back on it when the needle drops. Work week,
You're listening to the industry leader, radio guys turned podcasters. And now the whole town is sucking our dicks.
Oh, yeah.
You're listening to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. Oh, yeah. Don't forget to lick our balls, bitch.
I like you when you're angry. You like me when I can't take it. Nothing's wrong with us today. I'm not valuable or self-sufficient. Eating out of doggy dishes. You can lock me up inside your cage. Help me find a reason. Can't help what I'm feeling. Ask me nice and I'll behave. Anything that you want, I will beg like a dog. Anything that you want, I am chained like a mine. I've been tossed aside forever. Maybe it was for the better. Now I never ask for much. I'm not valuable or self-sufficient. Eating out of doggy dishes. Promise that I'll never run away. Help me find a reason. Can't help what I'm feeling. Ask me nice and I'll behave. Anything that you want, I will beg like a dog. Anything that you want, I am chained like a mine.
It is, yeah, we're back with a mediocre time. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't expect
Get
that to.
to
I'm
work.
watching the iTunes. I didn't remember when it was cool to end your song cold like that because it would all that feedback would I guess flow into the next song, but I wasn't ready for that. Apologies. Woo. Welcome back to the show.
We've got the Tom and Dan Cruise 2024.com. That's the website.
Yeah, man.
And we'll be doing the Tom and Dan
Are
Cruise
you coming
this
with us,
year
Brendan?
in September.
I've been waiting for a free ride.
We're waiting to sell a couple more cabins,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
I was going to offer you, but
Bus was asking me about it the other day too.
If I get to come, I'll do a free bingo game for everybody.
No, really?
Oh,
Okay.
hold on a second.
Brenda will come too, and I'll host bingo for everybody.
Whoa. That's pretty awesome.
Well, you know what was funny about that?
And I've never done a cruise, so I'm a little nervous.
Oh, really? I'm surprised you've
Nothing.
never done a cruise.
Absolutely easy.
I was contemplating asking you to come, but then I was like, it would be great if you did host bingo.
someday.
Yeah, we don't want to make it work.
But then I was like, it's insulting
rude,
to
yeah.
ask someone to hey, come
It
on this cruise,
It is.
but
We
you
did
have
it
to.
to Dan.
I was
do
gonna say you
work.
did it to Dan
Yeah,
Cummins, no problem.
And he doesn't talk to us
We don't
anymore.
talk to him
Yeah, we
anymore,
don't
yeah.
talk to him anymore.
I'll do it. I'll bring a whole bunch of outfits. I can change every day. Brandon could make an appearance at 4 o'clock.
Yeah,
Meet and greet,
that's pretty
hang out
awesome.
by the pool. with my
EJ says
king
he'll
old
do a
biddies.
free nerd jock on the boat.
No to EJ. That's a hard no. No one wants that.
I was already writing the email to you.
What is nerd jock?
That's his segment
that's what
that
I
he
said.
does.
No one knows what it is. No one knows what it is. It's basically us giving a little bit of airtime to our buddy.
Aw, like me.
No. You give the facts. You're
You're a mover and shaker.
You've got influence. You're an
EJ's
influencer.
a janitor, wears tight shirts.
You're an influencer. He's just more like an influencer. He's bad.
Influenza.
Yeah.
That's funny. There's a joke there.
Nah, it's not that good.
That's their next song. Influencing influenza.
That's it. I'll put it right into the AI.
You've been on cruises before, right?
Never.
He just said you don't listen
The
to
only
anything,
cruising I've done
man.
has been in a public park.
And I said, wow, I'm surprised you've never been on a cruise before.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, his
sorry.
tape is out of memory. It just goes straight through.
I thought you
cruising public restrooms. That's me.
okay, maybe interesting. Then.
Was it scary? Do any of you guys remember? Maybe Sam. Do you remember your first cruise?
Yeah, it was a Disney cruise.
Because I went as a kid. Were you a kid?
Hell no.
I didn't think so. So was it scary?
Yeah, it was terrifying. And it was a balcony. And I got the thing where I want to jump over the side at
Really?
night. So I had to stay locked inside the
Wait,
cabin.
what do you
at
mean you
night.
got the thing where you want to jump?
Where the sea calls you out there and it wants you to jump over the side of the boat.
It's
What are you
called
talking
it's called the
about?
Mermaid's Call.
What is it, like the call of the sirens or something?
Yeah, it's the Call of the Mermaids.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like it's this feeling that it makes you want to have where you want to
They
jump over the
call
side.
it's called Poseidon Symphony. And when it sings to you, you have no choice but to jump in and go visit
Yeah.
Davy Jones' locker.
But as soon as you hit the water, it's a regret.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the first thing you do as you jump
Well,
off,
now I don't want to go.
you're going so far as you
Get
jump
an
off
inside cabin. That's what I do now.
that it shatters the bones in your legs. So you're trying to kick broken legs, which I don't know if you've ever tried to kick broken legs underwater. It hurts a lot.
I've kicked
'Cause-
someone else's broken legs underwater.
Dump them.
Let's do some dumb.
Dump 'em out.
Let me find the button here. Did I lose it?
I
No.
sing this song to myself when I poop.
Oh my God.
Poor Scotty.
He doesn't listen to me. We have a door closed rule at our house.
Same.
We got too many topics on the list today. It's the end of the
Motherfucking show.
So come on, baby. Let's dump them out and play. I want to see your topics. Ooh, I want to also see your bottomics.
On my chest.
Dump 'em Out brought to you by the Food Truck Fiesta going on this Sunday in Sanford. Eric's going to be out there, so if you want some Tom and Dan merch or just swing by the tent, if you're at the Food Truck Fiesta, check it out. Also, check out our AirTND. You can go to airtnd.com or go to Airbnb's website and search Sanford Airbnbs because it's usually top 10. And that's our Airbnb, Tom and Dan themed. And you can stay in there. It's walking distance to everything.
To
in
basically,
Sanford.
everything that you would ever want to do in Sanford, just check it out.
And we recently opened up this whole year, so if you're looking for dates, they're on there. Because we were we had them blocked off up until we made the deal for next year, and it's all open. We'll be at the Sanford Porch Fest again at our Airbnb. So you could also
With
come.
a concert again?
Yeah, we got bands performing.
We're
on our
hosting
porch.
bands again on our porch, and we're also trying to update the AirTND. It's going to continue into 2024, and we're working on some things behind the scenes to maybe add some high-quality bar games to it. If what we have planned happens, it'll be amazing.
So what do we got?
What do you want to start with? Air Pirates?
That's the first thing on the list, Air Pirates.
Okay, do you guys know Mickey Mouse? Have you heard the legend of the Mickey Mouse Air Pirates?
No.
Okay, I think back in the, I want to say...
Sounds like a euphemism.
It kind of sounds weird, but back in the 70s, there were these artists, and I don't even know how I found this. It was really high. But it came up on my, what do you call it? Your rhythm. And it was, there were these artists, a collective that got together, and they started drawing, and Sam, you might want to look it up. They started drawing, like, profane Mickey Mouse cartoons, and they still called him Mickey. And they were releasing these, like, comic books, and you could still find them and buy them today. but it was like Mickey Mouse, and you could find the artwork, and it's like Mickey Mouse like standing there like with his dick out, and he's like yelling to the sky like, "Why won't anybody fuck me?" And it's crazy stuff.
Hold on, I've seen this on an episode of Different Strokes when I was a kid. I'm serious. Where this happened. Look up.
I'll find it. Different Strokes molestation. We play it once a year.
So you're familiar with Different Strokes?
Not really. I'm from a different country.
So in
Different strokes for different countries.
In the show Different Strokes, which was
Arnold almost gets molested by a very famous character actor.
Who's the child actor?
I was gifted one of these as a birthday card, and I did not realize that's what this was because
it's a big
Mickey
deal.
Mouse was giving a middle
Was it
finger.
original?
Yeah, I have it.
I was gonna say, I hope you still have it.
Yeah.
Keep it. 'Cause
Okay.
it should be worth something. If it's an original Air Pirates drawing, and then I started you can go and find basically any comic you want, and I'm not pro this because it is stealing, but if there's any comic you want, somebody scanned it in the world and put it on the internet.
Sure, yeah.
And you can go, if the latest edition of Superman, Miles Morales, and you want it.
That's literally how I read X-Men comics.
Yeah,
right now.
you can read everything online. Well, you don't have to buy it is what I'm saying, which is kind of shady. But
read comicsonline.com.
I go there too. You can go to just any, go to any search engine, type in Air Pirates full episode, and it'll have it scanned perfectly for you to see, and you can check it all out.
Low key, X-Men right now. Crazy.
And so it's just Mickey Mouse and other popular characters, and them doing
it's like Mad Comics kind of,
doing more
like crass things.
Yeah, it's more like human things.
Butt
I mean,
stuff.
they also break the third wall, they're talking to the artist and the short of the long, and I believe there is a documentary I'm trying to track down to watch about this. Disney sued the fuck out of them.
Okay.
I mean, and
they
it's
could do it now, though, right? Now they could do it legally.
What they can do
for Steamboat
Willie, and then I guess there is some legislation going now to say that just they're gonna have to lock him down more, because some people are saying that the nuances between what is Mickey Mouse and is Steamboat Willie are not enough to protect Mickey Mouse going forward, because Steamboat Willie is it's been long enough where it is common domain now.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't know. It's an interesting story, but
and if you are gonna do something inappropriate with a character, Steamboat Willie's Willie's your man. Steamboat Willie is the perfect name for a pedophile.
Supposedly there already is.
There's a horror movie,
a trailer
right?
called Mickey's Mousetrap. Yeah,
Mickey's Mouse,
and it's about some scantily clad teens that are chased by a murderous mouse man. So
there is a short documentary about the Air Pirates.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I'll have to go and find that. But yeah, up to that point, I never knew that there were people that actually lived and survived to being sued the fuck by Disney. And these guys still do, apparently a couple of them are still alive. They still do interviews. They still draw. They do conventions and stuff. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of cool, because you never think about anybody ever going right up against in legal, in court, And they were kind of heralded in the art world as being kind of champions for satire. So, I don't know, kind of interesting.
And you can only be sued, really, if you're selling it, right? Because you could just put shit out there on the internet.
I don't know. I believe they were, I don't know. I think they were selling it. They were doing subscriptions.
Yeah.
But they were claiming that, they weren't calling him Mickey Mouse. They were calling him Mickey.
I think it was the 70s.
The 70s, yeah. It was
this is Mad Comic time.
Yeah, this would have been about the
And they're reclaiming the illustrated medium. It's not for kids.
Yeah, you're
that
right.
Made it kind of weird because they're drawing dicks like that. And
You're absolutely right. And you got that. You got those really famous artists that we remember from Mad Magazine, Jaffe, and I'm blanking on some of the other ones that I used to read all the time. But yeah, it was an interesting time for art and trying to go up against commercial art.
Because it was crass. It was all very crass, body-centric.
Drug-related. Yeah. There was a lot of marijuana use. There were there's a lot of, LSD. Yeah, it was like a freedom, kind of like a renaissance.
I remember going, our friends used to bring us ice fishing every year, and his dad's ice fishing cabin, had some illustrated porn comics, and in it there was one of a mouse trying to fuck a cat with a giant dick, and it was one of those. It was one of those.
The Here Kitty Kitty Daytona Beach.
Yeah.
Here Kitty Kitty, and he has a big erection.
But it's very similar to what you're talking about, right? Like the Air Pirate stuff.
Yeah. It's very over the top.
Is ice fishing fun?
That's a great
Or are
question.
you just getting
As a
drunk
kid, it was okay.
with friends?
We were kids.
Okay.
So, like, not getting drunk.
Okay.
Is regular fishing fun?
Well,
Not
I
for
don't
me.
think so either.
Deep
so-
sea. Deep sea's
you're
fun.
you're in nature, and I understand you're in nature, and
cold.
ice, but you're in a hut with a hole in the
Yeah.
ice,
No.
so you're not
I've
really.
seen
So
Letterkenny.
we didn't even
Yeah.
do huts. We were like,
Oh, you're out
freezing,
open air?
open
Yeah.
air on a like
Quebec.
snowmobiling.
Okay.
Yeah, and cold. The best part was getting towed behind the snowmobile on like a GT, 4Runner. We'd be getting towed behind a snowmobile on these little GT things, sleds, and going real fast and falling off and hurting yourself.
That sounds
That
fun.
was the best part.
Because at least with regular fishing, you're out in the sun
Yeah.
and you're
Being
on
outside
the
in the sun
water.
is great.
You know,
Yeah.
so either maybe you're on a boat and then you got the boat ride, and it's like, all right, well, I
Ice
didn't catch
fishing
anything.
feels dangerous though. Like you're out where you should be.
That's true. There is an
Yeah.
element of that.
I saw a video. It takes a lot. Like I've seen beheading videos and all these things I
Ah,
shouldn't see.
when we were
I know.
kids?
No. Let me like.
That's when
years
that came
ago.
out. When the internet came out,
Yeah.
wasn't
Well,
that
years
the first
ago
video?
I've seen it, but like no, I saw a video like 2 days ago that literally it made me sick to my stomach. And I don't know if you've seen it, but it's in regard to ice fishing or swimming rather. Somebody cut a hole big enough for a guy to get in there to swim. And the guy was going to swim the length, I guess, holding his breath of an ice
yeah.
pond.
Oh, then
and
he
then he
freaks
couldn't
out.
find the hole, and he
Yeah.
starts
Oh
freaking
my
out.
God.
And it,
Worst nightmare.
and I don't know if it's staged. It may have been staged.
No, it's real. That's a police training thing. It's a fire and rescue
No, thank you.
training video.
No, thank you.
You
I
have
saw
to.
a video the other day of a guy getting hit by a train, and I was like, why did I watch
Oh
that?
yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that one too. Yeah, I saw that one too.
It's on my rhythm.
Yeah, it's in my rhythm.
But the guy doesn't die under the ice. He finds the hole.
I know, but I don't
Yeah.
like
Heyo.
just the
Yeah.
panic of being in that
Yes.
cold of water
I'd be like,
swimming.
Goo, goo, goo. Oh.
Are you all
and he
saying
is doing
rhythm
it.
I
like
hate that.
algorithm?
Ugh.
Is that what you're saying? Is rhythm your
Yeah.
Yes,
shorthand for
yeah,
algorithm?
Yeah,
yeah.
Tom has now coined it. What's on your rhythm?
Yeah, we've shortened
Or
it.
what's your rhythm?
Yeah,
That's
what's your
it.
rhythm?
Oh, I like
Because
it.
everybody's seeing different things.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
Someone yelled at us on Bungalower on our Instagram because they didn't like my voiceover, and I was like, comment more and we'll fuck up your algorithm. You'll see it more. The more you complain, the more you see it.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's funny. Keep talking.
And I fully convinced that people in the future will be sharing their algorithms and as a way
Selling it.
to share or selling it so you can get all the benefits of what you're like, oh, this gives me everything I want to see.
Yeah.
Without having spending years of
It's the
searching
new
for the-
Obama playlist.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
see the Obama algorithm.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a personal. It's like almost like a history, like a light history of the things that you like in the world's information library.
You must be able to do that.
Would like share
Hackers.
Yeah,
can
I
you
would
not
think
pull?
so.
Can you pull? Is that a thing?
I would assume so, but I don't know.
You'd
Like
have-
pull
you'd have to-
somebody's algorithm. Is that
You'd
like
have to
a-
hack into TikTok and then into
Well, there's
the
a way that
server.
they market stuff to you, right? Because they already
Yeah.
know what you like.
It's your digital essence, right?
Somebody's got your rhythm.
Is it
Somebody's
your digital?
got our rhythm.
Is it our soul?
Bastards.
Our digital soul?
I think it's their digital soul.
It's
Like
all the things we're
Well,
into,
it's your
or what makes
footprint.
us up.
yeah,
It's your
because
footprint.
after
I
I die, my sons could look through my TikTok and be like, "This is what my dad was into." Oh, my god!
Full bush.
I love full bush.
Yeah, I know.
I'm way
I
into
know
it.
you do.
I'm way into it. You want to keep moving?
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
Okay, this
Sasquatch
one
vagina.
I don't know. This one's kind of hard for me to talk about. Have you guys been seeing? And maybe this has been around for a long time, but lately, and it's on my algorithm, and I guess it's because I have been looking at some tattoo artists, but I didn't know that people were getting their eyeballs pierced.
Mm-mm.
Have you seen that?
Like
Like
your
the
actual
actual-
eyeball?
Yeah, they can. Oh man.
Gross.
Okay.
Like a
I've
body
got-
mod thing? Like,
Yeah. I pulled up the article here. Okay, so basically, it started in the early 2000s. And
I
what
hate people.
it's crazy, dude. Here, I'm going to tell you what they do. It's an eyeball piercing can be a small shape like a heart, a star, or the one I saw was a gemstone. It was a lady that got like a diamond on the side of
So
the white
instead
of her
like
eye.
the jewel on a tooth, they're doing it on your eye now.
Yeah. So here's what they do. You undergo pre-operative testing to check that your eye health and function is completely normal, so you're a good fit for surgery. They select the type of jewelry that you want. They give you an anesthetic, inject it into both of your eyes to numb them so you don't feel pain. You may be offered another type of anesthetic called nitrous oxide. That's great.
It's making me sick.
You may be offered a sedative drug such as Valium. Your eyelids will be held. I'm sorry if I'm triggering people. Your eyelids will be held open with a special device
Clockwork Orange style.
Yep, called a speculum. They use those for pussies too. That's just a side note. So they don't move during the procedure. Using a tiny blade, your surgeon makes a small cut between the white of your eye, the sclera, and the transparent layer that coats it, the conjunctiva, to create a pocket. The jewelry is put inside the pocket. Because the incision for the jewelry is so tiny, there are no stitches or sealing required to help heal your eye, and it costs you around $3,000.
So they basically make a small incision and then put the jewelry
They just drop a diamond in there, and then
underneath
your eye will
heal back
up. And then here's one up here.
I
don't know if you can see that lady. See, she has a small heart that has been implanted.
Girl, you can barely even see that.
I know,
Why would you do that?
$3,000.
And then you have it for life, right?
For life.
Yeah,
Unless I think you could probably get it taken out if you wanted to.
But what if it floats over your
I don't know. I have a lot of
iris
questions
or
because,
something?
I'm not anti-body mods. I'm not even anti this, but this is out there, man.
I'm surprised it only cost $3,000.
If it's a diamond, then you always have like a little glint in your eye, right? Like there's always like a little reflective.
What if it? But wouldn't that attract the sun?
Okay, so many questions. Yeah, I didn't even think of that, Sam. If you put a gem in your eye, you're changing how light refracts in there, aren't you?
I would think so.
There's a guy in Deltona that could do it for $800.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
In his garage now, he will just, spray some disinfectant into the air before he cuts your eyeball.
Oh God, this is like
I've never. Instead of starting in the early 2000s, I've never seen this or heard of it.
Me neither,
ever.
Dude, it just popped up on my algorithm, and I'm like,
"What
I'm
is this
talking about
website?
that?
Who wrote this?"
Dude, it was on my algorithm. I watched a lady. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you dude. That's disrespectful.
I liked it.
We're better friends than that.
The guy that did it says she's Russian. She's over the top, adding that he's had a few Russian girlfriends in the past. What?
Russian chicks are crazy.
Okay, it says your eyeball piercing. Avoid touching your eyeball piercing, as this can put it at risk to an eye infection.
Yeah,
it's important to keep it clean. Your eyeball piercing is a permanent part of your eye. There's no need to remove or replace it so long as it's not bothering you.
I feel like calling it a piercing is not right. Yeah,
it's not piercing.
It's
a gem eye.
It's a slicing.
It's a hole. You put a gem in your hole. It's no different
than
than
the surface piercings, as they call them, right? Where it's just like on the skin.
It's like a treasure troll having a gem in his tummy.
Or they put the horns in. They just insert it underneath your skin. This is the kind of what they're doing, right? Like when the lizard man, the Enigma, has the horns. It's just like they cut his scalp and they stick the horns underneath there.
Have you seen Richie? Or like Richie the barber? Have you seen that guy who's the clown? He's got the tattooed clown hair, and he had them make silicone clown eyebrows that he implanted under his eyebrows, so he has big novelty bozos. Seriously, Richie the barber.
Why does he want that?
This is on my algorithm. This is your idea, and mine's getting all fucked up because of your idea. Like, I've got nothing but freakos on mine, and Richie the barber has big silicone clown eyebrows that are on. Hold on, I'm going to show you.
We're all going to die. You know?
No,
we're all going to die.
Well, that means, you know what? Do what you want. We're all going to die. Do what you want.
No,
Get
Brendan,
the hearts on your eyes.
Here, look at his eyebrows.
Our little flesh bags are.
Look at this guy's eyebrows.
These are the craziest. Why did he make his face like that?
See, his eyebrows.
Well, because now we're talking about him.
He's
kind of sexy in that one photo.
See him? He has implanted big red clown eyebrows.
That is stupid. Also disturbing.
He's also a Christian pastor now, trying to help people with addiction.
Good for
But
him.
I think that's a lie. He's just trying to take your money. So that's just
So is Shia LaBeouf. So
yeah. Well, he's going into
He's
gonna
a
be
pastor?
a monk. He's going to be a monk.
Or like Catholicism, right?
Yeah. He was with the monks, and they brought him in, and he got a whole ceremony, and he gave his life up to
Because
Christ.
he's about to go on trial.
Oh, is he? Oh, yeah. That's what you do.
You gotta
Shannon
change
Burke
your
did
life
that.
around before you go on
Burke
trial.
did that.
I know they all do.
Shannon
For
Burke got
what?
a John 3:16 tattoo.
What is
We know, what did he do?
His ex-wife.
What did he do?
Shia LaBeouf. You don't know about all this?
No.
All right, we'll talk after the show.
Well,
I thought I liked him.
I did too.
Every once in a
He's a
while,
monster.
I'll see some sort of actor round table with Shia LaBeouf,
Yeah.
but also like Tom Hanks is there
Yeah.
and like other
super well respected and problematic.
Yeah, but
He had that cool like fringe theater company in L.A. He was working with the youths.
He did that long.
So did James Franco. Look how
the,
that went.
Remember the experimental camera deal he did where he had a camera facing himself and it was just him watching movies for like 3 days?
Yeah.
He's one of those guys. He's like,
Have you heard that song about him? Shia LaBeouf. Da-da-da-da-da. Shia LaBeouf.
No.
No?
Should I look that up?
Oh, you're gonna freak your freak.
I'm going to freak my freak.
Besides from all the controversy, which I don't know, but he's well-respected actor. Like, considered a really good actor.
I think he's like a slightly less problematic Kevin Spacey.
Oh, that.
No, seriously, they're both good. I'm trying to give them
That
credit.
Sia song, the Sia
they're
video.
both talented.
They're both super
artists.
talented.
Sia's got some weird shit.
What's the other guy? Ezra Miller. I'd put him in. I put him in there too. These are talented actors
Ezra
that I
Miller.
think are bad people, right?
Yeah.
Is
I think
Ezra
you can be a
Miller
bad person
or
and be
is he
super
just
talented.
trying to save that kid?
Ezra, get out of here.
I don't know enough about it to comment, but I just think these are people that like I think are super talented. Like Kevin Spacey, every year, and he did one this year, and we didn't play it. And I wanted to play it. I wanted to play his new Christmas video because
he had a new one.
He did a new one. Every year he does a Christmas video as the president of the United States. That character he does.
Still?
Yes.
They took that away from him.
No, every year for Christmas, whether we want it or not, he does. In this one, he had.
Well, he doesn't care what you
no,
want or
this
don't
one
want.
he had. What's his name? The right-wing commentator that got fired by Fox News.
Bill O'Reilly.
No,
Tucker
Carlson. In
yeah.
this one, he had Tucker Carlson playing himself, interviewing him as the president of the United States. It was pretty awesome. Like, good setup, but it's like, you're a...
Is it a good setup?
It is. He's getting,
those,
like, the
those
best...
two have nothing else to do
But he's
now.
getting, like, why is he still doing it? It's weird.
Do conservatives like him?
Who?
Kevin Spacey.
Oh, I don't know.
I
was
don't know
talking
that
about...
anybody really likes Kevin
I don't think anybody
Spacey.
likes it. I was talking about more about Tucker Carlson.
Do we like Mel Gibson now?
I think
Sam
he
does.
worked his way back.
Sam loves him.
I do not, but I did watch him in Chicken Run.
Yeah,
I also did watch that Fat Man movie. He was more believable in that than
in Fat Man.
But young Mel
Yeah.
Gibson, damn.
I
Yeah.
wasn't into him.
Young-
But I am going to the place where they filmed Braveheart.
Oh,
that'd be cool.
Braveheart.
In Scotland, right?
Ireland.
Ireland.
Oh, they filmed it in Ireland?
I guess parts of it.
Sounds good to me.
What's the last topic? Farts and rap?
Yeah, that's a quick one. That's a word you never hear in rap. There you go.
Farts.
I want more of the word fart in raps. I was sitting laying
You
there.
put
in bed.
it in a rap.
I did, and that's what made me think. I was laying in bed. I was like, "What's the word that's least used in rap music?" And I was like, "Fart." That's the one, because I don't think black people like to talk about farts, and white people will talk about our farts, but black people are like, "You nasty, don't like shut the fuck up." Like, but white people will talk about our fart, be like, "Oh, that was hot and juicy," or like, but what black people, I think they're like, "That's some gross shit."
Do you know that song "Smell Your Dick"?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
by Risque.
Why you coming?
I just put in
home?
rap songs with fart in them, and I've Complex.com has 12 fart rap anthems.
Oh yeah.
what are they?
Complex.
We have Wu-Tang Clan featuring Redman, Red Bull. Are you familiar, Tom? This was your genre here.
Why you coming?
It says, and the quote is, in a room full
Yeah,
of
we used to
crackers.
play that all the time.
In a room full of crackers, I might cut the cheese.
No.
Oh, he said the word
No,
fart.
I need the word fart.
Oh, you need the actual word fart. Okay.
Yeah.
I need like
No,
yo,
yeah,
son,
these all look like they're just
Yeah,
alluding
like-
to farts.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
sitting in my lab working on beats. Gotta rip a fart. Ooh, it smells like meat. I need like I want like that. I want like the guys.
Did you
like,
just come up with that?
Yeah, I want the cipher. I
Oh,
want
we
the-
do have one. Nas, Ether, 2001. It says, the fart that makes your butt burn slow.
Okay.
Write an AI rap song about farts.
Okay.
And then you got, then Nelly's Hot in Her in 2002 says, it smells like a fart in here. It might burn off your nose. It smells like so much like a fart. I'm going to burn your nose off.
What? That's in that song?
It's getting hot in here.
Yeah.
It's getting
And
fart in
Drake
here?
started from the bottom from 2013. It's
That's about a fart.
farted from the bottom.
No,
He
This
doesn't
is gonna be
say.
fake.
He never
That's
says
fake.
farted from the bottom.
That's fake.
All right.
Complex
Joey.
put out a
Farted-
fake. Is this from April 1st?
Farted
Hold
from
on.
the bottom.
I
now
may have got.
I think you're looking at a
Because I
parody
don't
website.
think
That's me.
traditionally. I mean, I think I can safe in saying that. I don't think black people like talking about their farts.
Farted.
Our black listeners can tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe they do, but I think that's a white thing. Okay, we got our songs. You ready? You got 2 to choose from, and they'll play us out. We can either go with Rumble in the Tummy,
Yes.
or Big Booty Bass.
Oh, big booty
We'll do
bass.
both. We'll do both. Who am I kidding? We'll do both. This is Rumble in the Tummy first.
Check it. This is a story about the rumbles in the tummy when the gas bills up. When the thoughts get crummy, big boys and big girls, we keep it real. Ripping up the room with a massive squill. These ain't your ordinary thoughts, nah, they be colossal. Coming from the fat folks, man, they be colossal. They hit you like a thunderstorm, louder than a drum. Leave the room smelling funky, ain't no place to run. Rumble in the tummy, ripping up the thoughts. Big boys and big girls with the gas-powered hearts. From the belly to the rear.
Why is it gotta be big boys and girls?
Ain't no denying we the kings of chemistry.
I put fat people in there just to spice it up a little bit. I can't help myself. I get in there and I was like, I gotta put all the people.
AI is fat phobic.
I get it. I get to type it. I gotta put all the people I hate in there.
Making moves on the street, but there's something they gotta speak about. You see, it's about them big booties. Yeah, you know the type when they enter the room, they bring the bass all night. Big girls be dropping bombs, ain't nothing small.
It is crazy that they can put together the song and the rhyme and everything. You know, AI could do it all in 12 seconds, and then
what impresses me the most is that it does like background characters and people. We never got into, and we'll end on this one right here, but we never got to any of it does like Broadway tunes.
What?
And when it does Broadway tunes, it'll put the Broadway characters in the back, like singing. Hold on, I'm gonna find it here. I'm gonna find the one.
I love that. I love this world we're living in. I feel like we got sucked into
we're totally in some
wormhole.
weird timeline.
It does seem a bit like a.
Oh, now I want to watch Community.
It does seem a bit like a simulation, right? Like it doesn't seem.
Yeah, this isn't real.
Real.
When is that Community movie ever coming out?
Never.
It isn't. Right?
Okay, we'll go with this. This will be the last one. This is. Oh, here it is. The Mediocre Time Shuffle. I wrote this last night. This is a Broadway comedic song.
Welcome to our podcast that's unlike the rest. A mediocre time, it's the very best. The very best?
See?
With Tom, Dan, and Samantha.
See, it's got like Broadway characters where we're singing, and then the uses the very best, and then the character to the side goes, the very best. I started messing with it later, and I had it saying, I had it at one point singing, the lady goes, Tom and Dan is the very best, and the side character went, that's preposterous. Because I went in, you can go in and remix it, and you can go, when the lady said, it's the best, as a question, I went in, deleted it, and wrote, that's preposterous with an exclamation mark, and it made the guy that said it like an old man. Like it knew, it kind of knew like, oh, it went from a question to being negative. Let's make it a grumbly old man. So the lady would sing and be like, that's preposterous. And it just kind of knew. And that's the scary part.
Crazy.
That's the scary part.
Brendan, any events coming up you want to talk about?
Yoga High is the biggest one
Okay.
on the 24th. We are hopefully going to be starting a movie series over there too at the Acre. And I think that's it for Faded Kingdom on the 27th. Same day. It's from noon until 4. You can come to our beer festival here in Baldwin Park that we're doing with Tactical Brewing.
Nice.
Brenda will be emceeing, and we're flying in some of those MMA fighters that wear the full plate armor again, but these guys are coming from around the world.
Oh, wow.
And they look like they're from Game of Thrones. They're like no body fat, like they are mercenaries that beat the hell out of each other. A couple of them practice with Tom Hardy.
Oh,
in
wow.
the UK, they're like friends, and they all do this together and just beat the hell out of each other, and I assume make out after. Yeah, so that's on the 27th. I think there's like 40 different breweries.
Yeah, it may be over that. I was looking at the...
Yeah, maybe 50.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of beers.
Yeah, and I'll be there. So come and hang out with
Awesome.
me in Baldwin Park.
Go see Brenda.
Awesome. Sam, any semantics this weekend?
Yeah, so tonight we'll actually be on Twitch, twitch.tv/semanticsmedia. We're going to be playing some games. Haven't decided yet if we're going to play Mario or if we're going to play the new Expanse game. Also, all Semantics podcasts will be on semanticspodcast.com or anywhere you find podcasts. We have our 7-year anniversary coming up at Rock Pit Brewing on February 18th at noon if you want to show up for that. And we have a new You Heard About This one coming out this Sunday that is about the nation's most haunted restaurant, which is right here in Florida, and we went to go visit it.
Whoa.
Oh, Oh, Taco Bell.
Can you tell us where?
Yes, Ashley's of Rockledge.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We've got our BDM Appreciation Week coming up in April. We've been planning an event too, a BDM only event. And you can only be involved if you are a BDM, so you can sign up at tomandan.com.
You guys are, if everything goes the way we're hoping it goes, you guys are not going to want to miss this party.
Yeah.
You're not going to believe what we've put together because we didn't even believe that it's actually happening, and we're like, this is too good to be true.
I don't even like talking about it. It kind of weirds me out. So, yeah, I'm excited about it.
And so, you can sign up there. And also, we're going to be at the Solar Bears game, Science on Tap, next weekend.
Yeah, come hang out with us.
We've got a lot of things going on. Our 10-year ACT anniversary is coming up. We're in the midst of planning that as well.
It is indeed.
Which is crazy. We've been doing that show for 10 years.
Yeah, it's really, really weird.
Nuts.
But we're going to try and revamp some things, do some cool stuff, because we do know that a lot of you guys listen to ACT, and we certainly do appreciate that. It is good to be. I feel like this is when we're back in the full swing of things now.
Yeah,
two under your
full
belt.
week.
Yeah,
So.
we got a full week. So, guys, thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate it, Brendan. As always, love seeing you, buddy.
Thanks for having me back. First episode of the year.
Yes, sir. Happy New Year.
Happy
Very
New
good
Year.
to see you. Go support Brendan and Brenda wherever they are.
Yeah.
And guys, we will see you next week. All right. Bye, guys.
See ya.